big bitches, small bitches. Pain. I love all my bitches.
Yeah, you hear your boy?
Rich nigga.
Rich nigga, poor nigga, middle nigga, any nigga.
Any nigga. You a nigga. You a nigga. You a nigga. Middle nigga.
Middle nigga.
Middle nigga.
Think about all the people that aren't black listening to this, the opening of this podcast.
Nah, we're not recording.
Yes, we are.
We always record.
I didn't know he was
We were
recording.
talking about good engineers.
This is
Turn
like-
the fucking mic on.
Yeah, just turn the mic on.
Mic is on. Oh.
Oh, let's get it.
Oh, if that's the case, this is not Alex.
Wait, what?
That's Alex.
Wait, what is happening?
In the
Because they
his-
were skating. They don't like to be like, they don't want to show
that
their
was
true
recorded?
self.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know he was
like when
recording.
they in their real musical bag, they don't ever want to like show their true self.
Yeah, facts. I was
And
about to go
so,
crazy.
Alex was just like, yo, it's not Alex, man.
That's a fact.
But it was you, dog.
But
It was
we all
Alex.
know the voice.
Now, do I sound good?
You always
You
sound
always
good,
sound
brother.
great.
Are you
Alex.
fishing for compliments?
Yeah, why you
Alex.
did
You
that?
always sound good,
Yo,
Alex.
what's up with y'all?
Look at
Man, I
you.
can't be
God.
insecure.
We just understand you more. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing.
You're
But
not
why would you
insecure,
ask
though.
us that knowing how your voice sounds?
Yeah, he's
Nah,
like, yo, I
bro,
sound
because-
good, guys.
Yo, I sound good.
Because
Yeah, Alex.
see, but why y'all ain't tell me about allergies then?
But wait,
what?
First of all,
before we
Yo,
get that,
your transition
look how he
so
tried to
aggressive.
transition. It was aggressive transition.
we went from niggas to allergies. Like,
No, when,
That's
like
I mean, when you think
no,
about
when we were talking about All Star, we were trying to like ease into it, and then Alex was like, "Is LeBron tall?"
yo, nah, because sometimes people don't be asking the questions that need to be asked.
Okay.
That's why I be here.
we'll get there. We'll get the allergies. Your voice sounds amazing, as
you. I
always.
got
You
the
sound
allergies.
you good. You sound good, brother.
Thank you.
HMD Studios
Look
always
at
make
men
sure you sound good.
complimenting each other. We love it.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but sometimes when Alex goes on like his monologues,
Yeah.
I don't talk after him. I let one of y'all do it. Cause he
You
makes,
do?
Yeah, I don't
No,
talk
that
after
is
this nigga.
no, that is such a lie.
Nah, for real.
You guys always like,
No,
you
I
know,
only argue with him.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true.
you guys always go back and
I
forth.
want to talk at him. I don't want to talk after him.
I'm gonna watch how you do, how y'all interact
Yeah.
with each other
Crazy.
for a
You
little
do
while.
Yo, you can't compete
No.
with his voice, bro. He's like smooth operator in 1998.
I'm gonna watch y'all.
Nah,
And the
see?
shirt says 1977. I see what you did there.
That's the year you was born.
All right.
All right, SaVon.
See?
SaVon.
Anyway,
See?
welcome
See?
to the
See?
episode.
See?
Welcome
Welcome
to
to the Need to Know podcast.
See?
It's what you need to know, when you
See?
need to know, on the Need to Know podcast. I am one of the amazing co-hosts on this podcast. I go by the name SaVon.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy A, aka Two Phone Poppy, aka Suavemente, the voice. What's going on, y'all?
Yo, I want to start introducing myself like how I want to start introducing myself.
Let's do it. Let's
man.
go for it. Let's go for it.
Yo, it's your boy Devon Terrell.
Yo,
That's it.
Yeah.
You do mad things, bro.
gotta make
You
that
can't
shit-
just
froze
end
up
it
right
there.
now.
I did. I ain't gonna think he's gonna allow me.
Why
Yo,
you
bro, make
freak
that
out?
shit sexy, bro. Stop playing.
Yeah,
Make that
let's
shit
start
look
from the top.
sexy.
Let's start from.
Yo, what's going on? I am not this guy. What's going on, y'all? I'm getting nervous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was the rewind sound. See, I learned
Oh.
things. Now,
Nah, he
Yo,
fucked my whole
DJ
performance, so I'm not gonna hold
Slater.
you. Nah, Chef Slater, that nigga.
DJ
What, did you send a
Slater.
plate of food in the chat the other day?
I
Yes.
did.
That was funny. Anyway, we'll get to that. It's your boy Devon Terrell, man. That's it. That's all I got for you.
And as always, we have the creative, the intellectual, the smart, the beautiful, the
That's right.
intuitive.
That's right.
The amazing
yes.
Regina Nacho in the building.
That's
What's going
right.
Hello,
on?
everybody. I'm so blessed to be here. I hope everybody's having a great day.
Yeah.
She just exudes peace.
You be killing shit. Yo, we matched. Yo, I matched with one of
Yo.
y'all for like the whole year. If that don't tell
We
y'all what
matched.
kind of
Look at
energy
us.
I'm on,
Nah.
if that don't tell y'all what type of time
that.
I've
Oh,
been
yeah,
on
I'm
for
on-
2022,
I'm
bro.
on bum ass
I know
nigga
that-
mode today. I'm
It's
not
giving
gonna
neutrals.
hold you.
It's giving earth tones. You know.
I
Yeah,
know
y'all
the
giving
energy-
earthy?
No, it's giving stalker. You got a camera set up in our room?
What you mean?
Let me tell you something. For the past 3 weeks now, this motherfucker SaVon has been the only one in unison with the three of us. Pay attention. I do.
Yeah.
Kind of true.
It's only him.
It's only
I do
him.
this.
He's the common thread.
I'm trying to tell y'all something.
I do
Thread.
this.
Ooh, that boy good with his words. You make music?
I do sometimes.
Oh my
that
God,
common
Thread.
Come on, don't let it go over your
Clothes.
head.
Yes,
Come on.
thread count. You get it?
Shit, holy shit.
I do that all the time on this podcast. Honestly, if you rewind like mad episodes, you find shit like that. But you know
We're fire, bro. I don't know how you did that.
what I'm
It's
saying?
like a mind. It's like,
You need a certain level of intelligence to listen to NTK.
That's a fact.
do you really?
No, you really don't. I'm on.
really
I'm
don't.
on. Bum, I would like to announce I'm on bum ass nigga mode today because I had to wake up very early today.
What's
And
early
It's
for
giving.
you?
It's giving artist.
I woke up 8 this morning.
That's fairly early.
shit.
But that's really early
That's
for him.
fucking insane.
No.
I woke up next to my because she laughed after she's laying in bed. She said, ha, 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 ha.
Welcome.
"Silly nigga, welcome to the morning." I said, "This shit sucks." My dog
Yeah.
tried to get. I was like, "Get the fuck away from me." I'm grumpy. I was grumpy.
The morning's not that bad.
You're not a morning
not
person.
great. I'm not a morning person.
No, it's
I hate
not
it.
bad, bro.
It's
really not.
terrible.
Why?
Well,
Why?
it's
it's
just
not.
terrible. You feel
Why?
terrible.
I think the opposite. I think because everybody sleeps, so I'm having fun now. That's how I be looking at it.
well, that's the night.
That's how I
That's
be
3
looking.
in the morning, 2 in the morning for
Yeah,
me.
Okay.
yeah,
I live
Okay.
life or 2 in the morning. Also, I love going out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I love that. Monday,
the
Tuesday, Wednesday,
fuck?
Thursday. I love it.
Oh, that's strange.
Because no one's there. I go to Dave and Buster's on a Tuesday afternoon.
okay, yeah, no,
I
that-
go to
yeah.
the hookah bar. I'm by myself.
Yeah.
I
Oh my
chill.
god, I finally understand the hookah loving bitches now.
Hey, you a baddie? Welcome to the club.
Oh my god, no, because
That's not the most funniest shit.
Welcome
No,
to the
because
club.
all my friends are hookah bitches, and then I would always be like,
What is a hookah bitch?
What?
is
No,
a hookah
because like everybody loves hookah when they go. Just
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah,
Yes.
And I have mad Dominican friends, so
Hey.
and I'm actually friends with them. I can say this, but now, like I get it, like the feeling. I get why people do it.
It's a
It
vibe.
finally
I love
clicked.
it.
What about it though? Like what do
Because
you think?
I would do it, like occasionally. I would just
Right.
be like, whatever.
Right.
But I don't know. Finally, this weekend, I felt it. Like
Right.
I felt the hookah-ness.
The
So
hookah-ness.
here's my public apology. Let's do hookah
Nah.
this weekend.
Should I be a killjoy?
That's a fact.
I ain't gonna be a
Please
killjoy.
don't.
Wait, do it.
because
Do it.
whenever
Do
she
it.
says
Do
hookah,
it.
like
Do
this
it.
is all I think about. Whenever I hear hookah,
My life has changed. This is a hookah
this
song.
is the
Yes.
hookah.
It is.
Like
Yes.
this is the epitome
I think
of
this
hookah.
was playing while I
right?
did my.
Was it?
Probably.
This is such a good hookah song.
It just
Got
feels
it,
like
wicked.
hookah.
You got that's instrumental.
You're on the rooftop with your
No,
man.
oh,
Like,
Yo, I'm about to say you trying to
No,
DJ,
it's-
nigga?
but I got a little bit of everything.
No,
I just feel like it's a hookah vibe when that
It is.
comes on.
It is.
to be a good DJ, you need to like think of songs that are needed in that mood, and SaVon
Yeah.
always does that.
He
Yeah,
kind of
nah,
does.
that's a
Hey,
fact.
yeah,
So
That's a
yeah.
fact.
he's
You're
a
good for that.
natural. He's
I'm a
natural.
vibe setter.
And you can
There
think
you go.
about the
Thank you.
song that makes like it could be a song from like 30 years ago. He's like gonna pull it right up.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what we
true.
do, man.
He put
That's
it
what
in
we
an
do.
Ether song when you was getting at me that time. That was
Yeah,
classic.
that was classic.
That was classic.
Come on. What we doing?
The DJ Slayer.
That was great. Speaking of hookah vibes, changes, everything.
Yeah, that
I know, Alex, you wanted to talk about allergies, but did y'all hear about?
Yo,
Nah, but listen,
We
because
should
I'm
keep
talking about
referencing
vibes.
his
Yeah.
Okay.
allergies.
Yes.
And the I don't know how anybody decides to make this decision, but the government has made daylight savings permanent. So now we'll never lose
Nope.
or gain another hour again.
You mean they took up?
That's
They
not
don't-
true.
Wait, what?
no, it
Yeah.
hasn't been passed in the House.
it hasn't been passed
Just
yet?
the Senate.
So it's
Yeah.
not true.
But they passed the bill in the Senate. You feel what I'm saying?
Which-
so just gotta go through.
It'll
It's
probably
almost-
pass.
it's
If that's the
almost
case, it'll
halfway.
probably pass. But
Halfway,
excuse me,
Got it.
Yeah.
what do you mean?
You're gonna get longer days now. So a lot of people complain when we have that because daylight savings is kicking my ass. Like we talk
Is
about
it
this,
really?
bro. Every time it's like I don't prepare for it and my body is just shot. I'm waking up late. I'm fucking drowsy,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I promise you, it's like they took away 5 hours. They said they only took away 1, but I'm like, yo,
Yo,
dog,
you were
it's
the most
no
dramatic.
way.
I
I
always
didn't
matter.
notice. I was smoking hookah when it happened.
She said, "Oh, fuck
Because
it."
it happens at 1 a.m.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was out.
Yeah,
Oh, 1 a.m. it happened?
It happens and then it
something
yeah,
like that.
and then
Dev,
it
you
ju-
been
it
here the
jumps.
longest. You still don't know when they do that shit?
Holy
I thought
shit.
you was there when they
Yo,
was.
that was.
What's this energy for
What
Dev
is
you guys
going
have
on
today?
today?
Like,
I know I didn't
thought that
shave.
nigga- yo, he knew the whole
God
band.
damn,
I'm
niggas.
still
You
here
don't got
for
a
you.
yellow page on that shit?
The ageism is great. No, first of all, that would be in the white pages, little nigga, get it right. But I don't understand why y'all. What is going
Nah,
on?
bro,
My
because
fault,
you know what it was for
my
me
fault.
personally,
Yeah, my
and I
fault,
don't
bro.
even know what
My
Alex is
fault.
shouting.
My
Bro,
fault, my fault.
last week you came at like one of my biggest insecurity. I ain't gonna lie.
What
Which
I
one?
came at?
Which-
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I know I'm a strong guy. I know,
said?
you know, I wear it well. I know I really try to embrace the
wear it
winner in me.
well.
You know what I'm saying? Like I really do try to double down on just my confidence and how I feel about me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like I'm really big on that.
Okay.
And so for you to penetrate the confidence,
Hey yo.
the confidence that I had, it threw me off guard.
Wait, when did he do that?
And so I'm gonna get to it.
Oh,
Don't
I'm
worry.
sorry.
Penetrate this
You
confidence.
Hey,
smashed
yo.
like you just
Hey,
boom.
hey,
yo.
hold on now. Hold on now. It's a lot of,
I don't know.
a lot of
He did
pee.
that.
Remember,
It's a lot
make
of
it
pee going
clap.
on now. A lot of penetration, a lot of pushing. Hold on now.
He just like, you know, he caught me
Hold
off
on now.
guard. And when you was talking about the lack of hair on my face, like I didn't appreciate that
Nah.
on last episode.
Wait,
the
what?
nigga asked me like, "Yo, bro, you can't."
'Cause I said you bald
can't
face.
grow a bit.
Because I was
Nah.
blown away
Nah,
at
tell
how
the
much
truth.
hair he doesn't have on his face. I was like, yo, you really don't have no hair on your
I'm
face.
growing it.
He
You
tried
see
to
it?
call. Nah,
You're
be honest. Remember
20
what you
something.
said?
It's over.
Nah, because he tried to call you babyface. I know.
He did, and I don't like that's not in. I was talking
did.
to my therapist about it actually.
Oh,
That's how I was in therapy.
Lying.
Did I tell you I was in
SaVon,
therapy?
Now we
you did
can't
not
laugh.
bring me up. You did not
SaVon.
bring that
Nah,
up
I
in
really
therapy.
did, bro.
SaVon.
Now we can't.
Now
laugh
we gotta
about it.
slide.
Therapy's been helping me, bro.
All right, hold on, I'm
I mean,
done.
I
Hold
hope
on,
so.
hold on.
Let me tell
I'm
y'all.
done.
Let me tell y'all what happened.
Yeah,
So
allergies can wait.
Yeah.
No, I
You
got
He
allergies
just
too.
dropped. Oh, we gonna get
So
it in.
we
All
can-
right.
we can make it work. We can
Everything,
make it work.
This is horrible.
So my therapy is new for me, right?
I'm a
and when
bully.
I say new, like I've done therapy before, but now I just kind of started doing it again. And,
Okay.
You know, I got a
SaVon
black.
ran to his therapist about SaVon. This why niggas don't go to therapy, right? My fault.
Yo,
My
like you never know where it's gonna hit you.
Okay.
So my therapist, she's amazing, she's great, and we was talking and we was kicking it, and then I don't know how it came up, but we was talking about confidence. Oh, I was telling her how we're the sexiest podcast in the world, and that all of us have been working out really hard, waking up early, you waking up late, still working out,
You
getting
damn
to it. I don't know
right.
how you do it, but you do it.
Yo, I go to the gym at 1 a.m.
Y'all are both aliens. I like to wake
Aliens.
up at 6.
I
1
can't
a.m.?
do that.
I wake up and
Yeah.
do push-ups.
I don't like morning. I can't work out in the morning. I don't like to work out in the
Also,
morning.
I feel rushed to stretch because I feel like I don't have time. And then that made me think of SaVon doesn't stretch before he works out.
I seen that tweet.
Yeah, I just started that. I just started
What?
stretching.
I seen that tweet.
Because my body is forcing me to stretch
Yes.
now. When I
Wait,
was
but,
younger,
how
I didn't have
you
to stretch.
How have you not?
He
When
was
you're young,
elastic.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely right.
you
No,
don't have
'cause
to stretch.
You
I feel the
losing
same way you did.
elasticity.
When I was younger, I never stretched.
I remember
Now-
laughing at my dad
When he
Like,
stretched.
Me and my dad used to play ball,
Right.
and I used to laugh at this nigga like, "You bum ass nigga, you gotta stretch."
Yeah. No,
like
but
your
everybody-
hammy is gonna pull. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out
Everybody
of here.
has to stretch.
Yeah, but when you're a
Nah.
kid, something different about your muscle structure.
yeah,
I need to stretch. I feel a difference when I don't stretch. I'm tense and I'm tight.
Yeah, mobility.
I fake yoga in the morning, like when I
Yeah.
not in the morning, but like when I first wake up, I like really stretch it out, like get it all
That's a
out,
fact.
and then I can work out.
Absolutely.
Same.
Something my body's just changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't stretch before, but
That's crazy.
I was talking to my therapist, and I was like, "Hey, so you know the podcast, sexiest podcast in the world. We got
period.
Devon Tavel. We got fucking flavors on this podcast. We got Alex, beard, dark skin, black. You know, he wears his hats backwards. I wear
beard.
Scully's. Like I'm the babyface assassin. You know, like we just got mad shit happening.
Right.
And then obviously Reggie, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. The hair is that an ombre? Oh my god.
Is that an ombre?
Oh my
No.
god.
Girls like when
No.
you know what they actually
Is
have.
that
Now you
an
know the
ombre?
term.
Because
Right.
this is
No,
a
but
term.
you're right. You're
No,
right.
it is,
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
it's just me, but thank you. But I was telling
He's like, yeah.
Yes, sis. Girl power.
telling the therapist how confidence is just a key in life, right?
Right.
Like
It is.
it's truly a key to life, and I think one of the things for me is when I work out, I feel good mentally and physically. You know,
Right.
like it's one of those
Yes.
things where
Yes.
when you feel good about yourself, you feel like you could do pretty much anything you put your mind to for the most part. You know, so
Absolutely. Very true.
I was
Endorphins.
talking to her.
Ah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm waking up, I'm going to the gym. And she stopped me. She said, hey, you work out regularly? And I was like, I mean, I try.
Right.
I do it.
I do it.
I try.
I
You
do
know,
it.
I need
Right.
rest days. You know, you
Yeah,
know.
I'm back, right?
I mean, I go when
back.
Monday. I go when Monday comes.
Yeah, I'm back to my Caucasian tunes. No. And then I had mentioned to her, how confidence, how I've been on both sides of the spectrum where I've been uber confident in life, and then I've had moments where I wasn't.
Right.
And I didn't really see that attractiveness or feel the best about myself at certain points. And she was like, all right, so let's talk about those points. The therapist always wants to talk about when you don't feel good, not when you do feel good.
Yeah.
You're like,
And
yeah,
so-
fuck that. Yeah.
She's like, fuck all that good shit.
This is when I said, yo, there's this fucking bully on this podcast, man.
Oh my, there's no way you actually said this.
I was like, yo,
Oh
I
my
just
God.
realized this last week. Like, I dead ain't got no hair.
On my face.
Like, anywhere on my body. Like,
Nah,
but
my
no, I
body
told
is
her
crazy.
there was some years when I was when I was younger, and I realized that my hairline wasn't the strongest. And that's where, see, he laughed.
I never heard a
I
nigga
told my therapist this, bro.
Nah, because I never heard a nigga say, yo, my hairline wasn't the strongest at this time. I've never heard a nigga use that.
It was weak, bro.
reference. It was, you know,
I mean, it still is fake weak, but
niggas are crazy.
but I told her like, yo, that's the only time that my confidence was ever fucked up.
Okay.
When I was younger, and I was like, yo, wait, why my shit don't look like
Everybody
you know what I
else's.
mean? Like, what's happening?
Right.
So fucking yeah, it was bad. So I brought you up in therapy.
Okay.
I hope you feel bad.
I do. I feel terrible. But you know what, though?
Thank you.
I feel terrible.
Thank you for
But let's
allowing
stay
me to
here.
open that up.
Let's stay here, Mr. Therapy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I was just talking about this shit this week. And I know I like to say that every week, man.
I was just talking
Alex.
about
I was just
this.
talking. Now, Country Alex different. Y'all want to meet
It
him.
is. I see him.
But Pete now, right? Because we've been discussing therapists and going to one.
Yeah.
And I just tweeted this week. I was like, see, I'm the type of person that's going to start asking a therapist about their personal life.
Oh, that's right.
A lot of people will call that deflection. I call it vetting out
who I'm putting all these thoughts on.
Okay.
So, like, what was your like? Do you share my thinking a little bit when you first started speaking to this person, bro? Or was it just a comfortable thing?
After you spoke about this a little bit on another episode,
Yeah.
I kind of feel you because you're just being like, wait, who am I opening up to right now?
Why
Like,
should
you
I
just want to know.
I
like,
want. Yo, listen. Are
So
there
I feel
traumatic
you.
events going through your life as to where
Yeah, do you
all the
understand?
trauma I'm
Like-
about to put on you, are you going to be able to even process it? I know that's deep.
yeah.
That might
It's
not even
deep,
be wrong.
but
That might not even be right.
This is my rebuttal.
Sure. I just want to know how you felt.
You
Yeah.
seek therapy.
Yeah.
It's not like somebody comes to your door and say, "Hey, you want to take therapy class?
Yo,
like, just go to therapy."
Why I looked at the door like a dumbass. I'm
No.
sorry. That shit. I
That's
was like
when
looking
a
at Alex. I
siren,
was
You
when you
all
listen
good.
to a song
Sorry,
and
I'm
there's
so
a
sorry.
I
siren.
could say
I'm
Vaughn
so
knocked
sorry.
hard as hell.
facts. I was like, God damn, he hit
And
that
the DA
MacBook hard as
DA
shit.
just about to walk
Continue.
through.
I'm so
Dramatic
sorry for
effect.
breaking it. I'm sorry.
But it's not like
Yeah,
so. If you are looking to get into therapy, it's your process to do that vetting prior to sitting down with that person.
How do
so
you
if
do
you
that?
don't feel
Yeah,
comfortable,
but how do you do that?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
because
my whole thing.
there's a thing
Good
called
recommendations
the
aren't.
internet.
I know,
Yeah,
no, but I was just gonna say
and-
good at recommendations doesn't mean that therapist is right for you.
That's true.
So what did the bio read that made you feel comfortable? Because what research would I have to do? I thought I
There's
would have to
something in the
speak.
bio.
A lot of
Finding a
referrals.
therapist is like Tinder.
It's tough.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
literally like
You
Tinder.
said it.
It's
So
like,
that's
all
why
right.
Alex is trying to get to know
Yeah, that's why I
him.
wanted to see where your head was at when you first
Yeah.
sat down. Like, did you have that mindset a little bit, or you was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just open up?
I knew I wanted somebody black,
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
important.
and
That's
that was the
important.
first
Very
thing.
important.
I was like, hey, I want somebody that's black or just somebody who I could relate to in some sense.
Sure.
And then as I continue my search, I was like, hey, I think, I want a woman.
Yeah.
And so for me, I landed on, all right, these are the two things that I want. And then everything else can come after. Obviously, it's price and age and all that kind of stuff. But those were the two most important things for me because, like in as wild, we hear this all the time, right? There's actually a clip I want to refer to a little bit later in this podcast. But it's like, black people, black men, black women, we always have to be strong in that sense. And coming up in my years, I would always rely on the women in my life, my mothers, my grandmothers, to kind of, have those deep conversations.
Yeah.
And so subconsciously, I had to really dig deep and be real with myself on how I wanted to go about this process of finding somebody who I felt comfortable with.
Right.
So when I was younger, I used to go to therapy, and it was an older white guy, and he was great. He was cool. I felt like it worked and it helped at that time. But as life happens, you just become yourself. Like
Right.
Yeah.
that was when I was a little
stuff
bit younger. I
happens.
didn't even understand what it was to be a black man when I
Preteen?
first started. Yeah, like
Teenager?
late teenage years,
Late teenage years? Sure,
teenage,
sure.
early 20s maybe.
Sure.
But even from 20 to 21 till now, I'm in a whole different place in my life where I
Yeah.
say, you know what, I need somebody who I could just let it all
Hang
out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
that's
some
my
things
thing.
like you can't learn in school.
Yeah, you can't
Like
learn
just because
certain
you're like
things.
the best therapist like on paper, that doesn't mean
That don't
like he
mean
understands
nothing.
like the things that you go through as a black
Facts.
man. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
personal.
Like we had a conversation. One of the topics was just about how the black community responds to success, right? Meaning all of us in this room and a lot of people who are listening, you have the aspirations that maybe the people in your circle, your friends, your family, they don't see, they don't understand, they don't know.
Right.
Now, when you act on your aspirations and you follow in your dreams and you create that routine and you create that discipline, they may not be able to identify with you anymore as you continue to excel.
Yeah.
Right? And again, I can only speak from my experiences and the experiences that I've seen around me, which has been predominantly black, Latino, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Multicultural.
Yeah.
Let's say multicultural.
Sure.
And so I asked my therapist, and I felt super comfortable asking her, like, hey, in your experience, what is it about the black community that when one of us start to excel, it isolates the people around us at times to where our counterparts, our friends don't excel with us?
Oh, come on. Oh, you
Okay.
get- you
And I
get-
was
you-
able to get an answer.
What she said?
Really?
I'm actually
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
interested.
I was able
Really?
to get an answer.
What she said?
She said that a lot of times it's people being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So when people are uncomfortable with themselves, they project it on you without even knowing. And again, I don't know if I could have got that answer if I went to somebody who may not be able to identify as what it is to be black or what
Right.
it is to just not be white.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
yeah.
I fucking
That's
feel
great.
that, bro.
No.
Cause I'll be so honest with you, man. Like when it comes to friendships,
Yeah.
like man, you just I don't know. People get weird, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that's another reason I don't like talking. I'm not saying I'm whatever. It just people get so uncomfortable, and when you're around them, when somebody else around goes, oh, Devon, blah, blah, I saw this and yada, yada. And I shrink in the room because I look at everybody. I'm paying attention to everybody else. And I'm over here like, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck him. Like, because that's my natural instinct. It's like, oh, man, I don't want people to think
though, because
it's
in the same
weird.
token, though, like, you turning down your life.
Right, I'm turning down my life.
Just to appease others.
Just to make others comfortable.
Yeah,
and to stay
so
on,
I be
on their level. I want to be like, I'm with you.
And I be a little conflicted with that now. I'm going to keep it 100 with you now because, like, I feel like I got to come down from how I actually feel just to fit in for a moment. And it's weird.
It's odd, man.
Yeah,
like
weird.
when people come and shine on you right quick and yada yada and other people around, it's like I don't know how other you just
you don't know how they gonna
I think as a black man, I just feel like you just know how people move and I'm like when I'm on the other side of that, niggas be like this nigga. So in my head, it's
But
like
that's
to
what
me,
us
it's like
black
when it
men-
gets done, it's like is people doing this the same thing to me? Probably. It's like, yo, thanks. All right, cool. Like, shut up. Like, everybody be quiet.
That's
kinda
probably
thing.
why us black men kind of take compliments the way we do, though, right?
That's a
because
good-
we don't really
That's
be
probably where it
believing it.
comes
Yeah,
from.
it may stem from that.
We don't really be believing the play, so we just shut it down. So,
Yeah.
not me. Nah, I'm good. I'm trying to be like you. Cause we be so used to, dudes be hating in this around us that look like me.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I don't want it to get uncomfortable or weird, so I'm gonna keep it real neutral as to where we all on the same field. But it's like, dog, if I'm cut different, I'm cut different.
And that was one of the main points of like
Yeah.
that whole conversation I gave an example when I was a little bit younger. You know, when you young, you coming up, you turning up, you partying, you drinking, it's girl. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just in a different mind state.
Right.
But then one day it clicks and you're starting to change.
Yeah.
And everybody doesn't change when you change. You know, you outgrow certain people, certain situations.
Right.
And I had gave the example, and I told her, I was like, hey, it was a time where, I used to smoke, and I would go to my boy's crib, we smoke, we listen to music, do all that shit. But then there came a point where I said, I'm not smoking anymore. Right. But I would love to still kick it with you. You my guy, you my man. Like, let's still chop it up, but I'm not smoking, right?
Friendship
So,
ended?
the first, but it ended gradually,
I know.
Right.
Because
I
the
know.
first time
I know.
was, nah, nigga, hit that, and
No, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm not smoking
that's
no
it.
more. Right, I'm done.
I said this, and I
Right.
meant it.
Now the conversation changed.
And now you bougie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo,
And
oh
now
my
you
God,
think
I
you
was
better
just-
than
yeah.
me.
Right.
But it's like, no, bro, I made this commitment to myself.
I'm like,
it's
I
not
don't think,
against
and
you.
I don't think nothing of you. Right, I don't think nothing less of you.
But it's just not for me anymore. And you're supposed to like respect that. It's a fork in the road where you either respect it and our friendship continues, or it's like, all right, this is the beginning of the end because we no longer can identify with each other.
Right.
And if our friendship is only based on fucking bitches and smoking weed and getting drunk every weekend, and we can't do anything sober, we can't just ask about our families or what the fuck, how, we want to map out our lives. If we can't have those simple conversations, those nuanced conversations, then all right, are we really friends?
Right. I get you.
And then that's when y'all came up, for real, for real.
Oh, word?
I didn't mention you as a bully in my
Thank you.
therapist. I would never do that.
Thank you. I appreciate
But
it.
I told her, I got a collective of people that I'm around, and I look forward to it. And we just gel. And I gave it a whole spiel. I said, listen to the Need to Know podcast.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. My therapist, she's listening right now. That's why I'm trying to give it up sauce.
I get
He
you. I
plugged
get
us
you.
at his own session.
No, but I
Yeah,
relate
like that.
so much because
I
that
like that.
happened like right when I turned 25.
Yeah.
And then I felt myself outgrowing things like crazy. Like it was so weird. I had such an intense
Every
like
7
year.
years. We
spoke about
and then I looked
Yeah.
around me, not to like any specific friends, but like I felt like if I were to say like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm not really into that anymore, I would be self-conscious about it because there'll be like, oh, this bitch like thinks she's grown now, like you know what I'm
Right.
saying, like, but that was going on in my head.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of coming out of that right now. It was like
Right.
it was such a weird shift this year.
You know what's funny? I've changed my friend groups 5 times in my life, and I know the number because they were big changes. And I'm talking about these were like best friends, always together, and then immediately shift, change, something happened, and it was like, wow, I'm alone again. Like this has happened 5 times in my life.
That's a lot.
And that's
That's
why
a
I
lot.
don't click up a lot anymore because
Yeah.
I'm just tired of that happening in my life. So I just don't do it. But I remember the very first time it happened, I was in like a music group with some dudes of mine. I was the singer, they was the rappers, and I remember getting on them about college. And I will say I was wrong. I was wrong about this somewhat.
In
but
hindsight?
but it came from a good place though. I saw my homies in the hood. We was doing music. We was killing in the hood, and I was like, yo, I'm going to college. Y'all should go to college too. And I forced that on him and constantly said like, y'all fucking up. Like I was young. I was like,
At that age, you don't know that college isn't for everyone.
right.
Like it's always the goal. Like,
Right.
yeah.
But it came from a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And literally they got so mad at me and we literally just went our separate ways. And these were my best friends. And I was real young and I completely lost them and stuff like that. But I learned from that just as far as like how you outgrow people. You want to be around a certain, you know, it's like, yo, I want to be with people like this, and I need y'all to come on with me, and we need to go.
That's the word right there. I want you to come with me. Everybody can't go, and that's a real
everybody's
thing.
not everybody, and it's not everybody's place to go. By the way,
You know, they always warn us, especially like I don't know about you guys, but I've heard growing up, I was preparing myself for it. They're like, you know what? As you get older, you're gonna lose friends. You're gonna outgrow people.
I didn't believe that.
I believe that. I was like, you know what? It's
I was
gonna
the
happen.
opposite.
Yeah.
No, I was
I was
like,
the
it's gonna.
complete
No,
opposite.
I was like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna. But when it's actually happening, it is
weird.
so weird. I'm like,
Because you gotta be, no, I know, right? Because it's like bittersweet.
It's
But
weird.
you gotta
Like,
start to realize the people that allow for you to be yourself all the time.
Yeah,
I think
that's true.
I think I've spoken about this on it. That's what changed my beef and friendships.
Right.
I was sort of like Devin when I was a little younger. I haven't experienced none of that in years, bro.
Right.
Because now I see what the vibe is like
Right.
after a few interactions with the supposed friend.
Right.
If I'm able to be Alex, where they understand my ups, my downs, my highs, my lows, my jokes, my sarcasm, I'm supposed to be here.
Right.
If I'm not even gonna try to do this, because if you know me for my soul, you know not to take certain things personal.
Right.
You know I'm not trying to front up. You know I'm
Right.
not trying to show out on you.
Right.
But that's if you know me.
That's
And that's
a
if
fact.
you want to actually learn me. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You appreciate those. So like it's a running joke on this podcast. So SaVon is always like, oh my God, SaVon, he's a hard ass, right?
Uh-huh.
We've been doing this podcast like 4 years now.
Yeah.
Some people have not known how to deal with SaVon.
Right.
Facts.
In his personal
Oh
life.
yeah.
And
And
it's
I remember
personal
those
life.
days.
And it's cool.
And it's
I was
cool.
around.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
personal.
yeah,
But
yeah.
not
I
even-
remember.
you're you. Like,
yeah,
I've been around.
but I'm just in his personal life, because if you hear him speak, this is not a recent thing.
Yeah,
This is not high
Right.
school. This is not college.
Right.
But again, you start to realize the people that you can be around for long tenures of time,
Right.
and it not be weird.
Okay.
And it's not that uneasy tension
Yeah.
or that unspoken shit
Right.
that we don't have. You
We
get what I'm
don't
saying?
have
So
that. That's
it's
true.
important just to see what friendships are important, or if it's made for you. You know?
That's true.
Facts.
I like how we meshed. We met.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think we would have even made it this far so far in our relationship as as a podcast if we weren't on the same accord. And I think that's where podcasts live and die and why they don't last long is because the people, sitting talking to someone, just shooting the shit, you find out everything about them,
Yeah.
and it's like. I can see through
Yes.
you. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I can see who you are. Because when we go from off mic to on mic, I'm like, look at this nigga being
I can
fake.
see right through it.
When
You just said it.
when in reality, how many
Said
times have we been talking and be like, yo, mic's on? Oh, we recorded just in time of this episode.
Yes.
It's like, no, we don't go, all right, get in the character. Like, we don't do that. You
Yeah.
and
understand what I'm
every
saying?
week we seem to just do it again.
Yeah.
It never stops.
you,
Do
God.
it again. And it's odd to me, but it's dope that we mesh like that. And I do want to tell y'all, I've been in a lot of friend groups, but I really appreciate y'all because
dog.
all of y'all are doing things on your own, and I believe the shit that y'all talking about. And that's where I judge. That's how I value friendship is people that say they're going to do something, and I see them
And we
do it.
do it.
That's a
love.
fact. I'm dead serious. Like, that's where I
Yeah.
And we're
separate them.
all
That's love.
growing. That's
Yeah.
why I
Yes.
love being like here in this setting
Yes.
because
Do it together.
we're all growing.
That's right. I like to hear y'all journeys and y'all stories. When you
Yeah.
bring your championships here, I like that. Like,
Yeah.
yo, guess what? New job, and we celebrating you. I love that
And-
shit,
and
bro.
guess what? Nobody-
new studio,
Thank you.
all-star. Like, I love that shit.
you.
Like, that shit is like.
You peep how nobody
I don't
uneasy.
feel
You
right.
don't feel.
I don't feel less. I don't feel
Exactly.
like. I don't feel like.
That's
Oh,
the
I
point
can't
I'm
bring up
making.
my accolades.
Exactly.
Like, I don't feel. I'm like, yo, we fucking all
Exactly.
in,
What you
in
were
this shit
talking
together.
about in the beginning of this
Exactly.
conversation, like when someone's shining the light on you, you kind of felt like you had to dim it.
Yeah.
Here we're like straight,
and I
straight
go,
boys
yo,
don't cry.
yeah, facts. I'm still, but I'm at least like, you see me breaking down in this podcast slowly, like, yo, fuck it, word, play my shit. Like, you saw I was like hype when you was
Play
playing
your
it, like, you know what I mean? Because
takes a
I
village.
don't feel like,
Yeah.
I just feel good around y'all. Like, I don't feel like
That's
I'm
love.
around people that's trying to like belittle me or try to
Exactly.
or feel bad about me just or uncomfortable,
No.
as you said, or feel uncomfortable with my presence. Like, I feel like I'm just with people that's like we all good. You know what I mean?
all of
Like,
us, yeah.
ain't nobody lower or less than or higher than anybody else in this fucking room.
And salute to you, man, for speaking to someone for real. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I be in my head too much, and I like admitting that because I'm really the one that's gonna ask the therapist. So
How about you?
any recent traumas? because
Therapists have therapists.
Yo, now mind you,
They do.
I understand all the people that will call that deflection. Oh, Alex, you're not addressing. You're the problem at hand when you're at your own session. I get all of that. To the people that's saying that, I hear you.
Right.
But my brain, if y'all really knew how my brain was constructed,
Right.
I gotta know if the thoughts I'm letting off is actually being landed.
But I think
You know what I'm saying?
the beautiful thing about
Yeah.
today is when you step, like, this is not, back in the days where I guess your surroundings, your resources are limited, right? Like if you wanted to find somebody who you thought you could be comfortable with, if it doesn't work out, bro, you could just dump them. It's really like Tinder.
But he's trying. He's
It's
trying to
really
see
like
if it'll
Tinder.
work out.
Question for you. I'm
Right,
dead
right.
serious. How did you find your therapist?
Yeah,
I
was
love
it the bio?
It took me about
What's she doing her bio?
It took me about 3 weeks. It was bio, it was location, and then honestly, they had profile pictures. And maybe
Oh, that picture's
Looked a little
and
exciting.
maybe I'm wrong for saying that, but I think
No,
that's
no, we
it's
just spoke about
honest
why it's important
to be comfortable
Yeah.
Yeah.
with who you're talking to.
Right.
Like, and I thought like again, going back to Alex, what you said, it's okay to ask your therapist, hey, yo, what's going on with you? How you doing?
Oh, you could do that?
A great therapist
Yes.
is gonna answer,
Yeah.
and then put the attention back on you.
Yeah, they gonna figure it out.
Oh,
They
they
know
gonna
what
put it
I'm
back on
saying?
They
you.
gonna spin
Sure,
it.
yeah.
Like my
okay.
therapist is, I won't say like I won't disrespect her and her craft and what she
Sure.
does and say, oh, she's like a homegirl, but there's just a level of being comfortable with her in such a short amount of time that I think I was able to kind of vet out while looking for.
chemistry.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's
Right.
super important when you're going on these journeys.
Yo, y'all can hold a secret, right?
Yeah.
No,
I mean, you're about to tell our millions of
I
listeners.
clearly
No, I'm not
said
talking
no.
to you.
I
I'm
was
talking to
like,
the
no.
therapist.
Oh.
I was talking to the
I was like,
therapist.
you're about to let it fly, brother. I don't have to keep the secret at all. It's out there.
I have no secrets. I have no secrets.
Okay, we all have secrets. Don't you do that.
Speaking of things changing, though,
Aggressive transitions.
No, that one was
I
good.
like- that was good.
one.
You like that one?
Yeah, that was
Thank
an A. You got A plus on that.
That was
Speaking of
good.
change.
Okay.
they don't
You
call me
did.
A for no reason.
But they do though.
But they do. There's mad other ways they call me A.
But I love it.
A major. Just pick one.
A made
But
yeah.
listen, man, I got smoke with everybody in this room. I'm gonna be honest with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yo, Jay, you got allergies, Jay? Answer correctly. You do?
He gonna
yeah, I got
get
beef
this
with you
shit
too.
off.
All right.
What is
So,
he about to say?
I can't wait. Come on, bring it.
hello. Is this mic on?
Yep, it's on.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Mike
I
is
can.
on.
I can
Hey,
hear
Don't
you.
SaVon,
crack
I got the
dawn
most
up.
smoke for you, motherfucker.
Okay, let's do it.
Why y'all ain't tell me allergies was this?
I did.
What do you
No,
mean?
no, no,
Wait,
no, no,
what?
no, no,
I
no, no, no,
did.
no, no, no,
Explain.
no, no.
I don't know how to answer
Let me
this.
explain.
Explain.
All right. I'm entering my 26th year around the world this year.
Okay.
All right, I'll be 26
Coming up
this year.
soon, Aries
Coming up
season.
real soon, big Aries. You know how we rocking. Oh my God.
Wow, I watched you grow up. I feel
Nah,
like.
yo, come on. That was a good shot.
Fuck.
That was a
crazy.
good. That
That
was
was
a good
smooth.
shot.
This nigga's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
26.
yo,
I
relax.
really watch you grow
I'm
up.
like-
26
but
is
I'm-
so awkward.
But I'm like a strong 26. You know what I'm saying?
You are.
You seem
You're-
older.
You're a
You seem-
pronounced.
it's giving turning 28.
It's giving.
It's giving turning
And
28.
he said, "Ooh, like it's a compliment."
Yeah, I was
Bro,
like-
I promise you, 28 is not.
It's not
that great.
great.
It's alright over
I'm,
here.
oh, y'all won't be SaVon.
Because all the
It's
21, all the 21-year-olds start to shit on you. Like, get the fuck out of
Who
here.
cares about 21-year-olds? I'm sorry. Wait.
Say that
sorry.
after 21, right?
You do.
But
Anyway, okay.
Yeah, like I'm just realizing like my body's changing, bro.
That's a fact. It will.
Yes.
It does that.
But we were talking about
I
this a little
hate it.
earlier, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm really starting to notice though in real time because you know how people will talk about things and how things are so bad, but until you experience it, you just be shortchanging it.
That was,
Oh,
me,
yes.
that was me
SaVon-
and metabolism.
What?
SaVon had it,
metabolism?
right.
SaVon has been complaining and crying
Metabolism?
and wheezing and tearing out his face since I've been recording this podcast.
That's
with
true.
him.
I used to call out a podcast because
Yes.
my allergies
Allergies
were
are so bad.
bad.
I remember that.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I do remember. I recall. I
Yes.
just
Wait, so
remember you did
it's
have allergies.
coming this year?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming like the plague.
He would come in, eyes be red. He looked like he fucking. I thought he was doing fucking crack. I was like, this nigga's doing drugs.
Yeah,
for sure.
it gets really bad. I tried to warn you about allergies for years, bro.
No.
Okay.
Let me break this down. All right?
Uh-huh.
I think spring is coming up, is on the way. That's why I asked y'all when this podcast started how my voice sounded. I didn't know it was all of this.
What you
Okay,
mean?
but no. Because let me understand what y'all been trying to tell me, but y'all ain't been doing a good job.
Okay,
And that's why I
okay.
got smoke for everybody in this room.
Okay.
Okay? So essentially, we're allergic to the earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Many things on the earth we're
Can y'all-
allergic to.
is this mic on? Are y'all listening to me?
That's what
Why are
happened.
you mad
Cannot-
at us?
Because,
It's not our fault.
because y'all should be making a big deal out of this.
We
And-
do.
No, y'all are not.
Yeah. Oh
no,
my God.
no,
People
no.
complain about allergies so much.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
y'all don't
fact.
be complaining and working. Okay, I'm already working on a concoction.
Maybe
to
we
reverse this
already
shit.
exactly. Maybe we already found our remedy to fight against the fucking the thing that is allergies.
Well, you should have coughed it up, buddy. Because I woke up congestion, sniffling. I don't sniffle.
I called this nigga allergy. He said, "Yeah, man, I got the allergies."
So the
I ain't know
allergies.
what to call that shit.
You got the allergies.
I ain't know what to call that
The
shit.
No,
allergies.
like you sound fine. You look
No.
fine.
Let me tell you, it's
in
y'all
the
beautiful
morning.
people. I swear to you, I'm gonna play a voice though in a second about how I sounded
Sounded
yesterday.
nasty boy.
I sounded nasally, and then my beef came to
Welcome to the club.
yeah, but
Yeah,
okay.
it's like this. Yeah.
No. See, that's where y'all are wrong, and that's why I got beef with y'all. If we could grow into it, we could grow out of it. Okay?
I believe that. I believe that.
Right?
Yeah,
Why
I
are
believe
we
that.
allergic to the earth? Is this not mind-boggling to y'all? This is why I got beef with y'all. Y'all too quiet.
We just have to
Can
accept
it-
it a long time ago.
No, I'm not accepting that.
Can it be that this is not our indigenous land that
Alright,
we're
so-
from?
Oh, he ready to pod now.
I never thought
alien.
about that. Maybe this isn't the environment for us to be living in.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I
alien.
don't know.
No,
I
no,
don't
keep
think-
going.
No, I'm serious.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
me
maybe
too.
this isn't the environment that we're supposed to, our genetic, like, our
Mold.
And that's
this
why our
is-
bodies are
makeup.
fighting it. Like,
Maybe over time it's like it breaks down, but also New York is a dirty. You know what's funny? We actually have a really dirty city. Like there's air
You
pollution.
blaming allergies
I
on
mean,
New York?
yeah.
You blaming allergies on New York?
Your body's changed.
No,
Hell yeah.
that
it's
is
possible.
that's valid. Air pollution.
Air
all
pollution.
that, yeah.
Texas has like a certain. I think this is around a certain time that Texas has some weird season where people get this one specific type of allergy, and it's like specific to Texas. Like it's a regional thing too, like pollen and stuff. That's why I say maybe it's our indigenous. We're not supposed to really be here.
Think about it, right? I've never had allergies in any of the sense.
Right.
Like, I want to kind of ask y'all if you guys have been allergic to stuff. I've never been allergic to a single thing.
Right, me either.
So what do you think I looked like? Just the confusion on my face when I couldn't breathe because of sniffles.
How do you know it's allergies?
My
That's the first thing.
Yeah, so I did a rapid test because I just had to make sure.
Facts.
And my eyes was watering, bro.
Yeah, for
I don't
me,
be crying.
it's itchy eyes.
It's itchy
yeah.
eyes?
Yeah.
Why you don't cry?
Boys
Crying is healthy.
Don't cry.
Nah, I know, but I be. All right, I'm gonna
See?
cry with Devon.
Boys
You
don't
see?
cry.
What's happening?
We got
Like,
a book time to cry.
Video
man.
dropping Friday.
Oh
Hey.
shit! Will it make me cry?
This Friday.
You,
This one. Yes.
I am allergic to.
Yes.
Bullshit.
As of recently, bullshit is number one.
That's on this
As of
list.
recently,
Yes.
as of fucking recently.
How recent? Before you drop it.
1 year ago.
You see?
One
I just
year.
got the allergy a year ago.
I feel like it was COVID that changed my whole body though. We'll
That's
talk about
definitely,
that.
Yeah, that's definitely.
It's definitely a
possible.
thing. It changed my whole body.
Because of your immune system.
It fucked with certain. It fucked with something. COVID could be something that has triggered things.
Yeah, yeah.
That nigga, that shit
Yo,
hit you
he's
a
really
bit.
having,
But
like, a
I'm out.
moment right
Yo, I'm
now.
a doctor, my nigga. I get to the bottom of this shit, boy.
It might have threw your whole immune system
got
off, out of
26
whack.
Wait, that's
26
probably
years
it.
around the world. Around this motherfucker, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
Age reveal.
I really didn't want to say that. I really didn't want to say
Yo,
that.
Just
bleep
mark
that
that.
out.
Mark that.
Bleep that
Yeah,
out.
as a bleep.
I'll bleep it.
As a
We'll bleep it.
Bleep my fucking age.
I got you.
But yeah, I think it's
you
the
might be
COVID
on
might
to
be it.
something, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest, I never
That,
disclosed this.
that makes a lot of
It
sense.
messed with you. It
That
could've
makes
messed
a
with you.
lot of
So
sense.
I missed the episode. Actually, like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I got a rapid test. It said it was negative.
Okay.
Then they said the rapids ain't no good.
It ain't.
So I
Yeah.
got,
It's a 50-50.
they said it's a fluke. Yeah, so I was like,
They just
oh,
make it
word?
whatever.
That's like the Plan C pill.
That's like a.
It's like
It
when
might
you fuck
work.
shorty, she like, I got that Plan C. And
Yeah,
you're
it's
like,
like
yo, I don't know if this really gonna
gonna
work,
work.
Could
but
you
it was
imagine?
$30 off, so fuck it, let's do
What is
it.
imagine they make a Plan C pill.
Nah, that's the
Alright,
thing.
nigga.
Yeah, they do. Lambskin.
They got one more plan.
Lambskin
Lambskin condoms.
That's a
Have
Plan
you ever
C.
seen one?
You told me about
It
it.
is
we talked about
weird
it.
I
looking.
googled it.
We spoke.
It's an animal looking thing. It's
spoke,
weird.
and
It's
that's
actual
how I know.
lambskin.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Holy
Fuck.
shit.
I was gonna tell you what I was allergic to.
Just tell me what you're allergic to.
I'm allergic to as of recently. I did an allergy test because it was getting weird, like
I
with
don't
COVID.
want to do it because then I'm gonna find out I'm allergic to mad shit.
And it's gonna fuck you up.
I don't wanna do
So you know how they
that.
do the allergy test? Have you ever done it?
Nah.
Yes, I saw
never
it.
caught the
Oh.
allergy.
So what they do is they
Crazy.
take they take a whole slab, right? It's like some dip. It's like dipping
About
straws.
16 needles.
Like 16 needles, right? Like that. And they have they dip it into a solution, right?
Yeah.
And then they take it out. And then they take it on your arm, and I was like, "Are you serious? Is how you do it?" And they put it right on your arm, and they go, "Okay, we'll be back in 5 minutes." And I'm sitting there, I said, "It's like, yo, this shit itching."
Start
She was
itching.
like, "That's normal." I was like, "This
Yeah.
shit, yo, what the fuck is y'all doing?" So you looking at it, and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So one of them is going to make you itch regardless, just to make sure it works.
Okay.
But then they look at it, and whatever
What?
whelps up, they look at the
It looks
thing.
like a mosquito bite.
Looks like a
It's a
mosquito
chart.
bite, and it tells you what you're allergic to. So I'm allergic to dust. I'm allergic to a certain type of fucking
Cherry wood.
weird grass,
Like
like,
cherry wood or
Bermuda
some shit.
grass,
Yeah.
and then I'm allergic to, guess what, guys?
I got it.
You guessed it,
Watch this.
roaches.
Watch this. You
I'm
ready?
allergic
What?
to
Yo, you
roaches.
ready for this?
Me too.
You don't know Pete. He got rich nigga problems.
He's allergic to like dirtiness.
Listen. Listen.
How you spun that like
listen.
that?
He just broke down what it took to build his beautiful home. By
He's allergic to dust and roaches.
Dust
Like,
and roaches. That is the most bougie shit to be allergic
about
to.
it.
I'm not gonna lie.
He literally allergic to like
I'm
a
not
dirty
gonna
home.
lie though, Dev. You think they was lying to you? Because I think I'm allergic
Nah,
to these shits too.
can I tell you why? I think they was lying too? Because I went again, and they said I was allergic to nothing.
You see,
Wait, what?
I was
Wait,
like,
what?
fam, the doctor a couple months ago said I was allergic to roaches and dust. She was like, you're fine. I was like, What the fuck?
But how you
And I'm
allergic-
allergic to cats. I've
Yeah.
been allergic to cats my whole life, though. That
Oh,
is
yeah?
real.
So all the hood animals.
Yeah.
Like the stray cats.
Dust.
Like the bodega cat.
Dust.
But I grew up around this my whole
Dust
life.
is the hood animal. Yo.
I don't know what happened. Something happened, bro. I don't know.
Honestly, every time you walk into the studio, bro, it's just like this from now on. I feel the money, my nigga. I feel the bread. I see it. You glowing now. Oh, look at this nigga. Okay. You gotta put the cup in the egg.
This is gonna
You
be
gotta
how
put the
we
cup
gonna
in
look
the
stupid
egg.
as fuck
You
on
gotta-
YouTube,
You gotta
aren't we?
put the cup in. You
With
know
us
how
no
I fuck with
music?
YouTube. Hey, yo, YouTube. Y'all niggas in the motherfucking comments, y'all talking about don't leave me.
They
Don't
antagonizing.
leave us. Nigga, run my views up. How about that? Now you can't hear the music and we dancing.
We're gonna do you like
You don't
Diddy.
know what we talking about in the fuck.
We're gonna do you like Diddy did, do it, make it in the
Every
band.
time. Every single time, bro. I'm reading all y'all comments. I see it. I ain't got nothing better
Nah,
to
do
do. in
him
my
like
life.
how Diddy did making the band.
Make him go get me some cheesecake.
Yeah.
That's a classic New York.
Maybe
That's
we'll
a
give me some cheesecake.
classic
That's a
moment on
classic.
television, bro. A show like that would be canceled so
Yes.
fast.
I ain't gonna lie. When I first started working for Joe, I thought he was gonna try and pull that bullshit. I am not gonna lie to you.
What?
I really
Oh,
thought
make
he
you
was
go
gonna
get the
ask me to go
cheesecake?
get some
It
cheesecake
seems
from
like something he
Jersey.
would do.
I had a
I swear to bro, I promise you, like he's he's so big on paying your dues.
That's right.
I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
yo.
any day I'm gonna have to go to the strip club and
And
get
go
chocolate
get
cake.
chocolate
bro.
cake for that nigga.
I don't want to do this right now.
I don't
Yo,
wanna
Joe,
do this,
why you-
bro.
But he never asked me. Thank
Good.
God. Shout out to you, Joe.
Can I
Shout
tell
out to
you
Joe.
one of my first internships with a nigga Joe's age?
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas are them niggas,
They
that
come from a different
generation of men,
generation. They come from a different
they're
generation.
different generation.
They
They
come from
really want you to pay your dues, and
Yes.
they'll fucking make sure
Yeah.
you fucking. I had a man.
Yes.
I don't fuck with you, so I don't give a fuck. I had a man. I was
Fuck
working
you.
at a studio.
Yes.
For free, and he did stuff for like Lauryn Hill and a bunch of other people.
Sure.
Like, so I was like, wow, I really want to learn from him. I'm sitting there with him. He was mean. He's an asshole. Get that from me. Grab that. Blah blah. Talk to me kind of spicy. I said, it's all right. I'm trying to, I'm working. I'm trying to figure it out. I just graduated fucking full sound broke as fuck. Whatever.
At my
Yeah.
PSD.
Nigga yelled at me. I brought him the wrong peanuts. He's in a wheelchair. Preface this. He's in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah.
That man said, when I mean he screamed at me about some
From
peanuts
a wheelchair?
in a wheelchair.
No.
He yelled at
Rolled
me.
that nigga right down the
I
steps.
I looked him in the eye. It was just me and him in that room. I was like,
Dev, you squatted down to him and said, listen, nigga.
if I knock you over, I'ma leave you there.
No, you didn't.
I'ma fucking leave
No,
you
you
there.
didn't.
I didn't say that. That's what I wanted to say. But what I said was, I said, yo, brother. Look at me, right?
Yo,
Political.
brother.
Hey, brother.
I said, yo, brother, real talk. That's not the way we got to talk to. I said, I know I'm trying to pay my
Oh
dues.
yeah, that's where I draw the line.
I said,
Yelling?
but real talk,
Yeah.
we don't have to be like this with each other. All you gotta say is, yo, man, you got the wrong peanuts. Just go back to the store. Can
No,
you give me the right
nigga.
peanuts?
Go get the unsalted.
That's all you had to do, bro. I said, that's all you had to do. He was like,
Go get
well,
the
I
honey
told you
roasted.
once, blah, blah. And I
Get
was
the
like,
honey roast.
I'm gonna kill this nigga. I'm gonna gut this nigga like
So you better than me. You are
I
way
feel
better
that.
than
But
me.
I stayed.
I feel the whole paying
Nah, he
dues
came
and shit
back
like that,
with
but that doesn't
macadamia
have to be
nuts.
done disrespectfully.
It
Like, you
didn't
don't-
have to.
right?
It was like, bro, there's no need for that, you fucking cunt.
Nah.
Some
Ooh,
people
I-
think there's a need for that.
Why
but
didn't you
I
roll
don't.
him down some stairs?
I wanted
Why
to
didn't you
fucking.
ask him to be
Nah.
like, yo, you
No
trying to have a
disrespect to people
conversation?
This
that
is
You're not
problematic.
taking it.
This is
Y'all not
ableist.
taking it from his
Wheelchairs.
side. I'm
He's
taking
an
his
asshole.
side.
He's an asshole.
Y'all not taking
you.
it from his
He's an
side.
asshole.
He might feel bad because now you got to go get another pack because you fucked up. So he was probably just tight. Oh no, you probably don't want to go back to the store now. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Nah, that nigga.
Are you trying to vouch
would've-
for this nigga?
Like anybody who like, nah, he could have. I would have bought him a Stairmaster for Christmas. Go
Right,
work out,
Oh
nigga.
my god.
All right, we are this is no.
That's not
We're not doing
shaming,
this,
bro.
And
If
I,
he
I, we're
treated
not
you
doing this.
bad,
We're not doing
no,
this.
I'm not
We're
dissing
not doing
nobody,
this,
bro.
We're not doing this to paralyze
Yo,
people. No, we're
nah,
not doing this.
I'm not doing that, but he was a dickhead.
He was an
I'm
asshole
with-
in a wheelchair, and I felt disrespected. I wanted to fuck him up, but I also felt like that's bad. But no, we're not doing that.
I mean,
You-
he didn't have to yell at
He
you.
was a
He didn't have to
dickhead.
yell at me.
I'm defending you.
I know, but you said you wanted to get a fucking paralyzed person, a stairmaster.
For him.
That's
You're an
problematic,
asshole.
SaVon.
Savon,
But just for him.
Okay.
SaVon. SaVon.
Bro,
Anyway.
I'm trying to defend you.
I'm
so
actually
you tell-
really upset I
so-
brought this
so
up
now
now.
you telling me if we get into a fight and the nigga hits you,
See, you
right?
fucked up,
and
yeah.
now you
He
like,
giving you
oh
scenarios
shit,
now.
If a
I
nigga
got hit,
in a
and
wheelchair?
then I come out and then I knock this nigga the fuck out.
In a
you
wheelchair.
gonna look at him and be like, yo, SaVon, you didn't have to knock him out, bro. He just punched me in my
didn't.
mouth. That's what you telling
You
me?
gonna knock a nigga out in a wheelchair, bro?
I'm saying a regular guy.
That's a different
Nah,
kind
mean
of
a
vibe.
regular
like
guy?
if we went to a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause Alex knows when I first met Alex, I used to get in the bar fights bad for him.
Boy, did- No, no.
Why,
Oh,
bro?
you from Long?
I don't
That's
know.
when you know a nigga from Long Island.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about
What the
hand bandages
fuck?
and all.
What?
Yeah. But anyway.
A bar fight.
So if we went out somewhere, all right, so let's go, let's say Brooklyn. If we went to the projects.
Right.
If we go to the projects, Devon Terrell,
yes.
and you get into a fight,
We dying.
but a larger guy,
We
and
dead.
Speak for yourself.
and the
man.
guy hit
Call
you,
me.
boom.
Right.
And now I'm there with you. I gotta let you get the fair one.
Or we call the cops.
No, not in
I'm
the
kidding.
project.
I'm
I'ma have
kidding.
that
All right,
thing
I'm
on me.
sorry.
Yo,
I'm
you
sorry.
ain't been in the
I'll be
project. Yo,
done.
see, look.
Nah, 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 nah,
Smell like that. It's money talk, baby.
I'ma call the cops.
It's
I ain't
money
fighting no
talk.
more. You stupid. I'm not fighting. You shooting. I'm calling the cops.
He's like, I'm calling my lawyer.
But
feel
you
me?
damn right.
like
I'm
that.
gonna sue your ass.
You're getting to it.
I'm gonna fucking sue
But
your
nah,
ass.
man. Like, shout
I'm
out to
kidding.
everybody. But
If a nigga, if
just
we
that
in the
guy.
hood, a nigga stole on me, and you supposed to stall a nigga back,
and that's what I just did.
And then I get
with
up
my
and I'm like,
words. I just did that with my words. He stalled on you
He
about the
stalled on
nuts,
me.
about the peanuts, and now I bought him, a
Yeah.
Airmaster.
But why
Now
you
you
brought
gotta live
back
with yourself.
But why you brought back macadamia nut, nigga?
nigga, he told me
Nigga brought the wrong nuts. Was
nah,
mad as hell.
that nigga told me a certain nut. Pause. This sounds
Hey,
crazy.
yo.
He told me a certain. He told me a certain
Yeah, nah.
product,
Nut.
and I said, "Nah, fuck, I'm a man." He told me a certain nut, and I brought back that nut, and then he said he didn't remember the nut.
You see? You see?
Oh, he didn't remember
you
what
forgot the nut.
kind of nut. He
You
I
forgot
really
the
hope my
nut.
child doesn't watch this one day.
Oh,
I don't
they
have a child
will.
now, but like my
They will,
child seems
'cause
like
this is
my
gonna be a
dad dumb
classic
as
show
fuck.
in like 10 years.
But yeah,
But anyway,
fuck him.
I got your back. And
The-
shout
up
out to
to
anybody
the-
who can't walk, yo. I don't mean it towards you.
that whole thing was so problematic, but
It was
forgive us.
problematic towards that bully.
I'm on his side.
I'm anti-bullying.
Me
you
too.
feel what I'm saying? I
Bring the
paid
right
my
nuts
dues.
next time.
Just
The
br-
fuck?
that's all you got to do.
No, he
Maybe
just
you
said
feel
he
messed
did the
up.
correct nut.
I got the correct nut.
Sometimes it be the wrong nut, the right nut.
No.
You feel me?
Right nut,
Sometimes
wrong
be the
time.
right nut, be the wrong
Well,
time.
it was the right
Right
nuts,
time.
and the nigga, he fucked up, and he yelled at me.
Speaking of nuts,
That's not a good
No, no, hold
segue.
on. No, no.
Jussie Smollett.
That's
No, no,
not
wait, wait,
good.
wait.
That's
Nah, let's
not good.
No, hold on, hold on.
he
One
wanted
more-
to talk about that.
No, hold on. One more
I
thing.
give that a
I have
fucking
to tell you
D
guys, I have
plus.
to tell you
No, I
guys
wanna listen to
something. Well, that was a great transition. We're gonna re-say it in like 5 minutes.
Thank you.
So I was, born as like a blessed child, and then when I
What does that mean?
when I was a little bit older, I loved apples, and then suddenly one day, I was allergic. Why are you? I'm trying to tell you my trauma.
Because every time you tell us something about your childhood, Reggie, I imagine the flowers and colors and rainbows.
I do. Me too.
I loved apples.
this little chubby Korean girl allergic.
So, all right, but was it that funny, nigga?
Yes, Chubby Reggie with flowers and rainbows. Yes,
kinda funny.
Eating
it's
apples?
funny.
That's kinda
that loves hip hop. It's fucking hilarious.
That is
Sounds like a
Reading, like,
Disney
the Source
Channel original.
magazine, like-
the fuck? Sounds like
Reading
a Disney
like
Plus
XXL
show.
and shit.
Yes, hilarious.
So I loved apples. Apples are delicious.
Okay.
And then one day, I just you don't like apples?
I just ate one.
I don't know if they're
actually.
delicious.
I love apples.
I'm
Apples are
allergic.
great.
Are
Granny
they delicious, though?
Granny Smith.
Granny Smiths.
But then one day I ate one and then my whole face puffed up even more. It was already chubby, and then it puffed up even more. So I've been allergic to apples ever since. And it's a sad life because I know what they taste like. I just can't have them.
So you can't
Isn't
eat
that
apples?
sad?
You can have apple pie?
No.
No.
But what if you take the apple
But I
out?
eat it anyway because they're so good.
So what happens to you when you
Yo,
eat it?
and now in my adult life, I love brunching, and now I discovered I can't drink sangria because sometimes they put apples in there.
Oh shit.
So my life
that's
is
a
terrible.
What happens to you? What's your reaction?
Itchy body, throat swelling up and shit.
Oh,
yeah,
you
it's not
get,
good.
oh, it's really
Same.
bad. Anytime that
not
throat
good.
swell, it's like no.
Oh, so you need
But
an
that's such a
EpiPen.
loser allergy.
It is.
Nah,
Sorry.
you see? But let's stay there, right? I think allergies are just loser shit.
Yo,
And I
you know
think
what
I'm a loser. I'm a fucking lame now.
Wait,
Like-
no. You know what I'm thinking about? Okay, so
fucking lame.
imagine your child is the reason why people have to like exit a flight or something because your child has like a nut allergy and they have to like stop
Oh
everything.
my
Isn't
god.
that like embarrassing?
Nah, that's the golden baby. It's the golden child. Fuck out of here.
No,
Maybe if
I'm
Devon didn't
inconveniencing
bring the
everybody.
macadamia nut, he wouldn't have been allergic.
I bring the correct nuts, and I love cashews. But as far as
My
that's
life is
concerned,
sad.
your life is very sad.
Apples are great.
Apples are great. You're missing out. And can you eat kiwis?
Yes,
It's
I love
okay.
kiwis.
Kiwis are what a lot of people are allergic to.
Yeah, I think my mom is like that with kiwis.
Allergic to kiwis? I'm scared to eat a kiwi, and I don't even know if I'm allergic to it, but I'm scared to eat it.
Just in general.
I just don't eat it.
I feel you.
What are you doing, SaVon?
Well, there's a song.
No,
that
because
I
I
used
see
to
him
sing.
Googling.
Nigga, so,
I see him Googling
I'm analyzing
Apple
you
song.
because I noticed you ain't engaged that whole time.
Because I've been letting y'all get y'all shit
No,
off
no,
about
see that.
apples.
No. And then I look at a screen and I see a big ass apple, and it says Apple song.
I don't know if like this
He's
is the
trying to
song
roast me right now.
that I had to sing for kindergarten.
Yo, SaVon.
Oh, I remember this song.
Hey, y'all don't know. Y'all niggas ain't this old.
I'm a little.
delicious. Hey.
Nah. We might.
This is why I don't open up. This is why I don't open up. I never open up on this podcast.
Nah.
Because look,
We might.
Wait, hold
Nah,
up. It
hold
get
on,
better
hold on,
though.
hold on,
It
I don't
get
know this.
better though.
Hold on. Nah, we might could drill this. We might could drill this.
Nobody saw Cam.
Y'all never heard of Jonathan Apple?
Yo, you should drill
Bring the
this.
hook in. Bring the hook in. Go. Hey.
Nah, we might could drill this. Hold on.
Yo, kid songs always fucking creep me out.
Nah,
No,
bro.
some of the
I don't
stems
know
on that.
why.
I might could do
I got
something
you. I
with
got you.
Kid
Yeah.
songs, yo, that'd be a hard drill, by the way.
Yeah, I might could do something.
yo,
with that.
I was just saying how sad I am about not eating apples.
Oh, I'm sorry.
SaVon is like,
He made you feel better about it.
no, it made me feel
The
worse.
little nigga named all the apples too. Nigga said Macintosh. Reggie can't have that. Granny Smith ain't that a bitch?
Like, who thinks to do this besides SaVon? Like, why?
It just brought me back to my
Yo, this is why
childhood.
we don't
fuck.
open up to SaVon. This is why.
Nah, keep opening up though.
Yeah.
You a sick fucking
Nah, but that's all
puppy.
you allergic to for real. What else?
I don't know, because I'm too scared to get that allergy test.
You should get
Nah,
it.
me
It's
So I'm just
important.
living
Nah,
life
don't
on
do
the
that.
edge.
You just gonna be itching for no reason.
I'm allergic to
It's
cat
go,
dander.
your
and
skin
shit.
go start bumping up. Like, just live your life, bro. Don't
live your
don't
life.
limit yourself. I feel like
Just
allergy
do
tests are
it.
there to just limit you.
Yeah,
like,
fight
why
right
do you
now.
even
Find
know
out.
what's gonna kill you?
No,
Fuck that.
no,
Just
fuck
do
that.
it.
And I
No.
think-
No, fuck that.
No.
The
Fuck is wrong with him? I'm allergic to lavender. That's a very new allergy
What
as
the
of
fuck?
recent. So
Like hives?
lavender.
I know, but you get
no. I
hives?
get sick. I feel sick and nauseous. Which like so one time.
That's
I remember
sad.
my mom's had an air purifier in her room, and I remember I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna use it," and it came with essential oils, and she
Yeah.
put lavender in it, and I remember I was sitting
Yeah,
there,
it helps
and
you sleep.
I fucking puked, and I didn't know what it was. I never pinpointed it. I was like, "Yo, why just
And
threw
how
up?"
would you ever know that it was that?
Because you know why? I said, "What changed?" And I looked. I said, "Oh,"
That's
and
the
I
only
plugged
thing.
it out, and I was like,
You felt
"All right."
better.
Then this nigga Cam is fucking Kunta Kinte over here. That was racist. That was
my
racist.
God.
That's
Mad
not
racist.
racist.
Nah, my next
it's
line.
only racist if you say it's racist.
But
Nah,
Cam
because
not
just
even
let
that
it go.
dark.
Okay,
Like-
who invented incense? Who invented incense?
Me.
Is it African?
I
This is
don't-
ignorant.
Nah,
I'm
Black
so
people
sorry.
invented everything.
I think
Bro,
so.
stop saying
Me and my
sorry. You make it
people.
worse.
Nah, that
when
was
you say
racist.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Bro, when you just say you
Sorry.
want to get a nigga that can't walk as
Cam
chair
did.
master,
A
you just
strong
gotta
black
let
man.
it go.
Okay, a strong black man lit some incense, you fucking bastard, and he was burning it in here, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And he had these new ones, and I remember was sitting here, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, my chest was burning, my eyes were." I was like, "I feel sick as shit." So then I said, "Yo, stop that incense."
suffocating, yo.
And somebody said something about, I think Jay said something like, "Oh, it's the lavender ones," and I was like,
That was like last week, right?
"It was like last week," and I said, "Yo, I'm allergic. I think
Yeah,
something's
he was
up with
trying to
lavender."
take me out too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he
Cam.
over here burning
I was like-
fucking oils, trying to kill niggas in here so he could take this shit over. I know what you trying to do, nigga.
Or
Fuck
maybe,
you, ho.
or maybe we're just losers for being allergic to lavender. I'm trying to tell y'all something.
Yeah, like,
Y'all
maybe
not
it's their
stressing.
fault.
He said we.
We
But
are.
it's really Devonta.
Nah, I gotta make the nigga feel
Yeah,
good.
why
though.
are you allergic
I
to
gotta make the
lavender?
nigga feel
He
good.
said we.
I gotta make
and
it feel-
look dead in his face.
But we
Thank
are
you, bro.
losers,
Yo,
and I'm trying to
I'll
get
do
y'all.
that.
Listen,
I'm
hold
pussy.
on. What we need to do.
Lavender?
Nah, that's
No,
a
no, no,
wild
no.
pussy.
A nigga
no.
take me out with
Nah.
lavender?
But listen,
Allergy.
From Brownsville.
Y'all needed me to get allergies because y'all been slacking. So I'm gonna be the president of the head of the Reverse Allergies Association. And we gonna get shit cracking here.
What we
Let's
gonna
do
do?
it.
Because the bigger picture is why are
about
you
time.
allergic to lavender?
I don't know.
Exactly.
It's GMO.
We're losers.
GMO food.
All right,
It's
we
probably
gonna
just
figure this shit
essential
out.
water of GMO ass water. I
Yeah,
don't. I
told
don't
us-
know.
Hey, listen.
We not doing the water,
Okay,
bro.
we
We
can-
not
you wanna
doing.
do the water
Let's
wars?
not. We did it already.
You sure? You
It's
know what?
on Patreon. We did the water
But I sent y'all-
wars. You sent us everything.
I sent
we
y'all another
know
link in the chat.
It's the
essential
worst
is
one he said,
bad.
right?
You got the last link
You
I sent
are
you?
a bougie
You cut a check, I
man.
will find the good in this.
He is a bougie
Yo,
man.
but you know what's crazy?
You're like a music music snob and a water snob.
Water
Like
snob.
you
Yeah.
are
Water
the worst
snob.
kind of nigga to date, bro. Like,
Yes.
Look at
Like,
what the
imagine-
fuck. Look at you can't even go on a date with this nigga. This nigga will be like, yo,
Yeah.
yo, can I get the aux? Hey yo, server, can I get the aux? And what kind of water
Here
is
go-
this?
here go the water
What kind
warrior.
of water
Hey, yo, is
this?
this distilled?
That nigga not even going. He go, what kind of water? He
Is
gotta
this
put the-
distilled?
You know what I mean? Like, I need the
Excuse
water
me?
on this. It ain't tap, but it's that Aquafina though.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not. But yo, you got the Ascension Eye dogs. Yo,
no.
we gotta go to a different spot, shorty. So now he takes shorty with a
Right.
different spot. Then they got a whole playlist. Like, bro, you are the worst kind of guy to date.
You
but,
are.
But
Don't
then,
say that.
nah, fuck that.
He's just mad he won the speed dating
You know what I'm saying?
shit.
Like the nigga, he's so good with his words and he's so good with his voice and he got the beard and he got the amazing car. And then I don't know if y'all look on the fucking YouTube. Watch the goddamn YouTube. You'll see
Yo,
his
so much
fuck-
is coming out
you'll see
right
his
now, like-
wallet.
Yo,
He
huh?
always keep the little flex
Nah,
with the
it's not
wallet.
there. It's not
the
there.
wallet is always around. You
Nah,
see
it
his
ain't there.
wallet?
It ain't
Have
there.
you?
You ever seen
I
his
never
wallet?
seen his wallet.
Exactly.
I'll battle
Exactly.
you with wallets right now.
Oh, I
bro.
got a bum ass wallet.
We can wallet battle.
What's up with you? Yo, what's up? You good?
Oh my god, yo.
Hey, yo,
Is
bro.
it go yard?
Relax. This
Yeah,
nigga
say
got.
that
Oh,
shit.
yo, you got.
I'm not rich. Everybody stop this narrative.
Shit like
Look,
that.
check this
Look,
out. See, when niggas laugh like that, it doesn't make it feel better.
like that.
This is my wallet.
What's that? The hanky.
This
panky?
was made from a designer. His name is Starway. He's
it, Savon.
also
Shout
the
out,
creator of Aglet Italy that
Savon.
made all the leather laces
that shit,
from
play
back in the day.
Play that shit, play that
And he made this. He only made a few, and I begged him to make me one, and he made me one, and I never let it go. It is an alligator skin wallet attached with a
just play
chain
the song.
that you can never lose it, and
the
I
song.
love this
It's
wallet
giving
very
wealth.
much.
Look.
It's a
So you
very
said
nice
they got
wallet.
that shit out the tropics, right?
You-
They
it's-
fetched that shit out the tropics. You said they skinned a snake for that.
Yes, you can't
Okay.
you can't buy it if you want it to.
Okay.
Oh,
It's especially
shit.
made for me.
Savon, play that song for us. This Devon.
This
This
one
shit.
of my honestly, this is one of my most prized possessions. I don't get a chance to go, oh wow, man, he really made this for me. I begged him, and he was
Yeah.
like, I'll make you one, and I paid him for it, by the way. but,
Very important.
But it was really special to me because he was a designer that taught me a lot about fashion and stuff like that when I was trying to get my brand, and he taught me so I learned so much from him. He would always invite me to his pop-up shops and always invite me. I've seen him everybody's worn his stuff. Like he's one of those
fire.
dudes. So I just really respect him. And this is just like, I guess it's like one of the OG that I respected that I just wanted to always have
It has sentimental value.
it has
Yeah,
sentimental
that's
value to
fire.
me,
Yeah,
and it's hard because I can never lose it. It's attached, like you know what I
that's
mean.
dope.
Like I can't lose this. Knock
See?
on wood.
This would be good for when you were single. You could just throw your condoms in there.
I wouldn't throw a condom in a wallet. I don't know why you went there, but I'll stay there
Nah,
with you.
because I'm gonna stay there. You said your shit on premium leathers, right?
Yeah.
So that shit gonna preserve the shit better than other ones.
It don't preserve. No, if you put a condom, first of all, you little niggas do not put condoms in your wallet
Wait, I thought
because
that was like the common thing.
Nah, don't do that.
it'll put
Nah.
it'll create holes in the.
It's
Not,
slow for that.
not
It'll
just
fuck it up.
that, like it's really embarrassing when you pull out your wallet and then a condom just falls on the floor.
Don't do that.
It happened, bro.
You look.
So
oh,
where do you
happened?
put it?
Bro,
In front of who?
I thought I was killing.
in the car,
I,
in the drawer.
I went on a little date one time. It was a while ago, real
little one. Small
long
date.
time ago, mad long when I
Mad
was,
long.
you know what I'm saying.
Mad long.
But I remember, I was trying to be smooth. I was trying to be fly.
Right.
And I was like, yo, don't worry about it. I could pay for your parking. I could pay for everything. Don't worry
You
about it.
told her that?
He was
No,
being
well,
generous.
we
that
was finishing we was wrapping up everything.
But
I
you
didn't tell
told
her
her
ahead of
wrapping up.
time.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
you told her that in the moment.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, that's a
don't-
bad move.
I was
Okay.
like, no, don't worry, like, cool. You just come
How
have
is
a
that
good
bad
time.
move?
Just
It's
have
a
a good
bad
time.
move.
It's not a bad time. I mean, that's not a bad move.
We'll talk about it after. Go ahead. Continue. Okay. Talk about it after.
He's like, it is, but
I just want you to enjoy your time with me. I want to enjoy my time with you. And it was the first time that we ever hung out. So I really wanted to make a dope impression at the time. And
Okay.
so, boom, pulling the wallet out all night. Mind you, I got a fucked up wallet. So I wasn't trying to show anything off,
Did it
but
have
trying to get
Velcro?
out
I
of
was,
it.
just
get
trying
out.
to do what I had to do.
Right.
The very last time that I had to go do and reach in, I pull out the wallet. Mind you, it's on concrete. All you hear is a...
It echoed.
You know a double bounce.
And so I look, I'm like, what the what? That's a whole condom just on the floor.
She saw it.
Yep.
What she said?
The
I don't think
whole
that's that
place saw
bad.
it.
All right, Reggie.
The entire establishment saw the condom on a first date.
From across the room, I would have yelled out, "Oh, he gon' fuck!"
Nah, I would have been like, that boy is horny.
That boy horny.
That boy is thirsty. That boy is starving.
funny.
That boy
never heard back from her again.
Oh, is that bad?
Yeah,
That's
because
not.
think about it like this,
That's
right?
horrible.
When you see that so early before we do
But
get
it was a mistake though, and
Yeah.
I just thought like guys just keep an emergency one in their wallet, and it just fell out.
see, but you got a different brain than other people.
She would have been dope, but she was supposed to laugh about that. She would have been dope.
She laughed in a moment.
Yeah, she would have been like, not today, like made like a joke
Nah,
about it, and then
she
just
ain't
played
did
it
none
off.
of
I don't like
Nah,
when,
because
yo,
it
when a
could
girl
look
do that,
like-
it throws me off. When she like, not today, I'm like, she's trying to fuck anyway. Fuck her.
That'd be my shit.
Who said I'm trying to
I
fuck?
was like, what don't y'all?
Well, I see a fucking
wasn't
condom.
giving you
I'm
this
gonna try
today.
to like play it off.
I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid.
I don't know if I am.
Sorry
We
for
bougie.
that.
I like who we are.
Oh, yeah.
Because me, you be like,
The fuck? I'm mad. I'm mad bougie.
I am not trying to fuck.
I am not trying to fuck right now. I'm
Stop.
going to what?
Calm down.
You thought you was about to get some of this.
I'll take you home right now.
Yes.
We're
That's
good.
it.
I'm
That's
good.
what y'all
I'm
be
good.
saying?
Yes.
I'm dead
Damn.
ass. I like telling a girl
Yes.
no.
Well,
Like,
oh, yeah,
no.
you told
us this.
I like doing
I will
that.
dead tell you
I
no.
like
We're
that.
not-
If I
I'm
really
not
like
fucking
you, I will tell you no. I'll make sure.
Yes.
I will tell you no. First, if I really like, I'm like, I like you, and they get there, I'm like, I want to wait.
I wanted to like hard transition, but we just go talk about Jussie. Yo,
Oh,
Alex,
shit.
I know you wanted to get your shit off.
Wait, what
happened?
This nigga drove us off a cliff.
What
No, because
happened?
we were about to talk about him
We
before,
gotta get to,
and
like,
then I talked about
news.
apples.
I know. I was just talking about my dick. Now it just went somewhere else. I was like, what happened? Okay, all right.
What happened? What happened to Jussie Smollett?
That's your man's. You felt real
Jussie
passionate
Smollett.
about when this
Wait,
when
what
this story
happened? Wait,
broke.
there's something new?
Right. What
We
happened?
Alright,
never
I'm not
talked
up to
about
date.
the initial, hey, he's going to jail for 150 days
Okay.
because his story, he couldn't prove that it was true.
Okay.
And now he turned into a freedom fighter. And he was saying, hey, they're going to kill me. I'm not suicidal. I don't want to kill myself. Y'all didn't see any of this?
No.
Y'all are not familiar with
You ain't
any
see
of
this
this?
shit? No, I saw it.
What the fuck?
I'm very familiar.
Okay, what
yeah.
happened? What
No,
happened?
you ain't see what happened? All right, long story short, man. All right. My son Jussie, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, but they had a court.
I
hearing.
bet.
Okay.
Long story short, like SaVon said, they're sentencing him to 150 days.
Okay.
While he was being sentenced, he threw his fist up in the court, like Jussie Smollett should have, you know, in his head at least.
Right.
Okay.
I'm innocent, shit like that. And basically, bro, he's trying to come off as if he's still innocent. Okay? So on a more serious note, before I really get in his ass, no pun intended.
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah, y'all got excited in this room. Relax. I'm straight. I'm straight. Y'all got you saw they got real excited.
Say
Pierre
anything.
never misses an opportunity.
No,
to
yeah,
be
because
like,
y'all got
hey,
real
yo.
excited in here, right?
We
Yeah,
didn't-
everybody pipe down.
Didn't say anything.
Pipe down. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'm listening.
It's different meanings for that.
Pipe
now.
down.
Hey.
Like, what is that?
Now,
Sorry,
Now-
I'm sorry.
in recent, actually in the last week, his family members have come out and said that he even put out a statement on his Instagram saying that he is not suicidal because he didn't want people to think that like, yo, if he just ended up dead and they ruled it a suicide, he wanted the world to essentially know that, yo,
Be like, I didn't do that.
I didn't do that.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
And his family is still in support of Jussie. And
This is what they supposed to do.
Stop
It's his
calling him
family.
that.
what they call that name? Jussie Smollett.
First, I
call
never
that
used to do that.
Jussie Smollett. That's what they call that, man.
Okay.
Mom calling Jussie, I'm calling Jussie Smollett. Shit like that. So
Shit
not
like
only
that.
are his family members are still beside him in his fight, but also notable stars. Like I saw a Taraji still support him.
Okay.
Just notable stars are still on his side.
Okay.
Now, on a more serious note, I'm gonna be honest with you. The facts are in.
Oh my god.
My fault. That wasn't so serious.
On a serious
My
note,
fault. That was
the facts
My
are
fault. In my
in.
head, it sounded mad serious.
You did.
But the facts are in now.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
basically saying there was no evidence that backs supports all the claims he was making. That the problem I'm really having, and let me tell you the problem. He was saying these two Nigerian guys was helping him. These two brothers only wanted to act. So
They wanted to do a little bit more than acting,
okay,
according to the story.
Maybe they were doing something else, but everybody want to have fun
His
now.
story
a little more than acting.
is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's coming
Real.
from me now. If you want to have fun, you're gonna have fun.
Oh my god.
You get what I'm saying? But nah, for real. On a very serious note,
Yes.
I think that he should take his sentence very serious because
Yeah.
you don't want your community, the black male LGBTQ community, you don't want it to be a boy cries wolf thing.
Yeah, we don't want that.
The- what- if I'm
Yeah.
you feel what I'm saying? Like if you are truly
You understand what I did wrong?
Nah,
Well,
he said,
you understand?
Well, yes. Y'all, Can y'all be serious?
Shouts out to
Nah.
the LGBT.
nah, he better get
I said we.
nah.
I stand with you.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying
Always.
to say.
Nah,
Understood.
yeah.
I'm just laughing. I say, yeah, we don't do that shit.
Nah, he better make a juicy in there.
Oh.
I think
Jussie Smollett.
I think
That's in his name.
there's a few things to
Wait,
take
so,
away
like,
from
what
this, right?
what happened now?
So he's doing 150 days in jail,
Okay.
and a lot of people are saying that the punishment is a little bit hefty. It's a heavy punishment.
Okay.
When you have people who literally take lives and don't do jail time,
Take
people,
lives?
Yeah, people kill people like officers. Officers that kill somebody and never do jail time. There's like, there's different levels of.
Oh,
just
you
being
comparing
judgment.
it.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
people
sorry,
are
sorry. I
comparing
thought I was like,
crimes.
someone died?
No,
in that
no,
Juicy's-
not in
oh,
this
oh,
case,
no,
but
no.
I'm just saying a lot of
Just
people are
in
saying
general. People that
150
get-
days
yeah.
is harsh. That's been the argument. It's like, hey, he's not able to act. His career is shot. His image is tarnished. That should be enough in addition to maybe like house arrest or community service. Like jail is excessive in some people's eyes.
Okay.
And then others argue the other side. And like Alex was saying, I think we got to be careful as a society with these things because I do remember, especially at that time, right? Like, and it's so funny to see these things play out. Like, that's the one thing I don't mind about getting older with.
What?
It's just seeing how things, life scenarios play out.
Yeah,
And this is one of those things where you remember when this story happened and, you know,
Insane time.
and I'm just speaking based on the facts that we know, right? The facts that we know is that he's going to jail because he wasn't able to prove his story true. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. Do I think it happened? No. I don't personally, but I could be wrong, right?
His
And the
version
people-
of what he thinks.
Yeah,
was not-
yeah, I
Exactly.
mean-
and it's not about, and that's not what we're here to dispute.
Sure.
I'm here to just talk about the facts, and the facts are he's going to jail because he couldn't prove it. But he played on so many different buzzwords, so many different communities.
Yeah.
And that's the divisive part about it for me is like you use the black card, you use the MAGA card,
Political,
you use the gay card.
So
racial.
people would feel so uncomfortable speaking out against that.
You know, you used every single card. You
Identity.
used. We talked about, and maybe this isn't a forum, but I'm gonna stick on this goddamn word. We talked about nepotism a few episodes ago,
Classic.
and I'm not gonna say he used that, but he did use his network, his connection, his peers who have influence. You know, you used all of that because at that time, a lot of people. I don't know if you remember, but Empire was like the show
Yeah,
at the
at
time.
that moment,
you know,
yeah, it
it
was.
was the prominent show.
Had a
He
moment.
was a prominent character figure. It kind of launched his career in a sense. So at that time, for him to do what he did and to play on the buzzwords and the emotions that he decided to play on, to see it play out today, and for him to kind of continue to just make it about himself, and it goes to a deeper conversation for me. It's like, all right, what is really the message here, right? Like, what's really wrong? How do you even double down on it to say, hey, I didn't do this, and then the people, there were facts going back to the two Nigerian brothers who I think they were like extras on Empire, which is how they had the connection with Jussie. Like he played on their emotions as to, yo, I will propel your career if we
So
do
much goes
whatever
into
we do,
this.
right?
Yeah,
like he just played on so many different things, people's
There was a lot,
sexuality.
yeah.
Like it's a fucking whirlwind tornado, hurricane of a story, and it's like, all right, cool, you got all of this. Like, and now even up to the very end, it's like, oh, I didn't kill myself. Somebody who has played on the emotions that he's played on and has taken the route that he's taken, like and this is just me, I wouldn't rule it out if he were to do something for more attention. Like it's attention seeking in that sense. And I hope we take suicide and those kind of things extremely serious on this podcast. But if he were trying to harm himself, you don't have the credit with me or many people to say, hey, he didn't do this for attention. He didn't do this to himself.
Yes.
You know, like it's fucked up, but he created all of this. He literally created all of this.
It's a completely selfish act. It's a completely selfish act. If that was me, and then I knew I lied and all of that, I'm taking that 150 days on the chin.
Yeah.
I'm taking that 150 days not for the principle of it, but for all the communities I've affected or I can affect.
I get it.
Okay, let me take my time for actually being a person that wasn't relaying a true message. I don't want it to be skewed with everybody else that could be actual victims
of
from
stuff.
something like
Yeah,
this.
it-
I'm taking that 1/5 on the chin, gang.
Yeah, it does make the next person.
That's light for me. I still got my anonymity, and people forget this too. He comes from a family of actors.
Yeah.
This
I
is
found that
not-
out later. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying, bro? Like,
should
there's so
know
many
better
things
than
that get affected, and you just say, "Oh, my career. Oh, my." Yo, bro, there is a bigger picture here. 150. Come on.
It goes
That's
to
true,
that
yeah.
term,
Come on, bro.
the
Eat that.
term main character syndrome.
Main character
Right?
syndrome.
Where people
yes.
just think everything revolves around them.
Okay.
Yes.
And he appears to be one of those people where there are real people going through real things.
Yeah.
Right.
And you discredit the entire movement. You discredit
Yes.
all of these communities when you do these kind of things. It's
Right.
like,
Yes.
bro, the initial story was I got called a F word, and we're not saying fuck. I got called the F word
Right.
by
The
these
slur,
two
yeah.
Slur,
MAGA white guys who
Yeah.
poured gasoline on me and called me a nigger.
During-
straight up.
During
Like,
re-election time.
during re-election
gotta put
around
this shit-
Trump,
yes.
like look like it's a lot going on, and I just I can't empathize for that personally
It's hard for me.
because I understand, like, I know what it's like to grow up in a community where racism is a real thing. I've seen people, I
Yes.
have friends going back to therapy. I spoke to my fucking therapist about this. Like
Right.
in college, let me not even say this. I've had a friend who was gay, and
Okay.
I remember how people used to look at him, and he didn't come out per se.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it was the perception of, oh, he's a little bit flamboyant.
Yeah.
He's a little bit feminine. So
Right.
we're just going to project this on him. We're going to project this on him.
Right.
Okay.
And I don't even know if he's ever felt comfortable till this
Even
day.
just-
To come out.
But I know that's a fight of his.
Yes,
Sure.
that's his struggle. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
his
Have you
struggle.
guys seen the clip? Do you guys watch Tariq's season of Power?
Yes.
Do you
I
remember?
don't
You know
watch-
Zeke? Have you seen the
Yes.
interview where they were pressuring him
yes.
to talk?
Oh,
My,
yeah.
I
Did you
never
see
talked
that?
about that.
Oh, when they
we
were
never spoke
pressuring
about
him.
that.
For the people that don't know,
Oh.
they were, I don't even know what freaking podcast that was.
They from New York,
But
I
they
think.
were pressuring him to speak about his sexuality. And you could tell he just didn't want to talk about it.
Right.
And so that just reminds me of what we don't have to talk about that, but what SaVon was saying, like, people don't create an environment for you to feel safe to like just be yourself. That's why he wouldn't, like, you know,
That's a fact.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
a
for
it's
fact.
his friend
unfortunate.
that he was talking about.
I
yeah.
can't wait for
That's
y'all
why he
to
never
sit
felt
there
comfortable to just
even-
be himself. Like,
I
Yeah.
can't wait for y'all to see this damn music video. I'm telling you now. That's crazy.
I already know I'm gonna cry.
That's so crazy. But it's true. It's like niggas just not allowed to. No, I mean, it's not
To just
niggas.
like express
to
themselves.
express
like,
themselves
yeah.
or beat themselves, or men as men. Because I seen that shit. That shit really bothered me. Because you
It
could
was
tell he was like,
disgusting, yeah.
he was like to see a grown man like stutter like.
No,
I
and
don't
it wasn't
really
even just
wanna-
once or twice. For like minutes,
They
they're
were-
like, yeah,
Damn.
but shouldn't you be proud?
Should
to
you be proud if you are, bro? So
I'm
you
like,
never had sex with a
what?
woman. He was like, I just, rather not say. Like, I'm
Speak
just
about it,
saying.
yeah.
And you could tell he was just like, yo, man, please. Like, you could tell that Zeke,
Yeah.
well, whatever his name is, sorry, not disrespecting him, but
Yeah,
whatever
so
his
I don't
name is,
know, yeah.
you could tell he's a little bit of timid of a man.
Sure.
I think all tall guys, I think you're all fucking assholes. But,
Oh my
no, I'm
God,
kidding, I'm
he
kidding,
had to
kidding.
slap him.
Y'all are all tough, I'm kidding. But I just think, I see
Yeah.
for somebody tall stature, he's the basketball player, so I always
Sure.
think like,
Yeah.
tough. But I saw a little boy. Like, I genuinely saw
In that
He was a
moment.
gentle
little boy.
giant.
I got the clip. If y'all
got
want
the
to put your
clip right
headphones
now?
on.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God,
Th-
this shit
triggering.
is so.
triggering.
I hate this.
I'm a single individual right now. You know what? I'm a single individual right now. Do you have any girls in school?
Oh, this is Queen's Flip.
I'm kind of.
This is Queen's Flip pop.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Oh, damn.
Like, why is this funny to him
I
too?
don't know.
Like,
I didn't like it.
All right, so now let
And
me.
no,
it goes-
it gets
that goes
way
on-
worse.
that goes on for
It
mad
gets way worse. But
long,
yeah,
so
but for
I would've
context.
left.
So yeah,
Same thing. I would have walked away. I would have been like, all right, that's enough of this. I'm uncomfortable.
you know what I was thinking about too. We've been talking about Spider-Mans and Batmans over the past few weeks. It is so hard to break out of a character and be yourself when
Oh, yeah.
when you played a very popular role. So SaVon doesn't watch the show. See, Zeke is what they kind of call like the dumbass on the show. It's a running joke.
yeah,
to
they make fun
kinda,
of him for that.
Oh, Zeke is dumb. Zeke never know what's
He's like
going
the
on.
dumb athlete.
He's like
Okay.
the
Oh,
dumb actor
on Power.
yeah, so coupled with what we just said and thinking about as I heard that clip, how I could see they did that. Yeah, people really don't understand boundaries.
And
Boundaries,
it's,
yeah.
it's so many places that we could kind of go speaking about that clip. I actually want to go to another clip. It's from a podcast. I feel like I mentioned it a few times.
Say it.
The Pivot.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, the Pivot.
Michael Beasley?
Michael Beasley. I want to play a clip from that podcast. It's an amazing podcast. They're doing great things. It's hosted by Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor, and Channing Crowder, right?
Oh.
Ex-NFL player, super articulate, black men, successful, and they're having really dope conversations. And then I'll play the clip, and then we can talk further. about
Okay.
it.
I ain't never seen a podcast like this, by the way.
Yeah, it's,
Was
you
this the
mean?
podcast that you compared
Yeah,
us
it's a
to, or
40
no?
he did 44 minutes with the Pivot podcast, Michael Beasley. When you get a chance,
You
please,
never seen a podcast like this?
never. Go watch it later.
I was down here when you got drafted. I think the thing is, man, like so many times,
Just said that.
And at some point, you gotta have somebody who don't need shit from you, who don't want shit from you, who want to see you win.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't do this for us. Yeah, like you want to build these things, but it's about these conversations. It's about bringing people on here and letting them tell their story. When Freddie said, "Man, you could tell your narrative, tell that, and I'll preach it too."
So during this clip, Michael Beasley, if you see the visuals, he's actually in tears while Ryan Clark is speaking to him. And the totality of that episode was Michael Beasley. He was a second-round pick in the NBA draft in 2008. Had a lot of buzz in college. Yeah, Miami Heat in college. He scored like 72 points. He grew up in the same area as Kevin Durant. He still does have a ton of talent in basketball. And, you know, his career, he's only 32, 33, which would be the prime for some NBA players. And, you know, he can still play in the league at that age, right? It's not like he's 45 and people like, oh, wow, what are you trying to do? Like, he's still in the prime of his athletic career for most.
So he's still
people.
a young dude, you saying?
He had 50, 60 or so in his last league.
Yeah.
A couple months
And
ago.
he's 30, how old? So he's a young guy.
Exactly.
Just
Young
making
guy.
sure you knew that.
Yeah.
Nah, that was good.
You can continue.
Nah, that
Can
was
we
good.
bleep that? Because you
No,
don't
that
want to
was-
say his age.
Nah,
but
that was good.
y'all the same age. Y'all around the same age, brother. Yeah. He could be my dad, though. But no, I'm joking. I am joking.
What's going on?
Go get him.
But in that clip, he was just speaking about the struggle that he faced, basically being on top of the world at some point, and then having everything being taken away from you and clawing your way, trying to fight your way back into a league, into a position, into a space where you're doing something that you love, right? And I say these things to tie it into the whole Jussie Smollett, where there's two sides of the story, right? You have somebody like a Michael Beasley. Now, he has some self-inflicted issues, right?
Sure.
A lot of his things was predicated on weed. Like, so Michael Beasley would get suspended for weed or failing drug tests, you know, standard stuff. So I'm not going to just say, oh, the world was out to get him. Everybody plays a part. But I think it showed a true, genuine side to him. Like, there was one story that I'll share where he said that there's not anyone in his entire life except for his kids that haven't stole from him, including his mother, his brothers, his cousins, his aide. Everybody in his life at some point has stolen from him, is what he said. And it goes deeper from there. And so you got people like that, and you have people like Jussie Smollett, where it's two sides of the coin, and one is fighting a certain battle, and Michael Beasley saying, yo, I want a shot at what it is that I love to do. And then there's another person who's making up propaganda and pitting us against each other for his own sympathy and his own doing.
Can I ask you
What's that?
a question for clarity? The two African, two
Nigerian
African German, did they come out and say, hey, it was all a sham and lie? Is that correct? They did do that, right?
In court proceedings.
In court proceedings, they said,
you know,
yeah,
they
he's a
didn't
lie.
do the social media flash.
Yeah. But right. So they said
it's
it in corporate in the transcripts.
confirmed.
They said definitively, like, yo, it was a sham.
It was
he
they were
directed us.
basically
Damn.
coerced and bought to do the act.
All right, Jesse.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that video where it was them in the subway thing, right?
Yeah.
I seen that and I was like, is this? I tell you, when I tell you, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, no one who would fucking do this. So I always thought to myself, just let it go to court. I said, because this is fucking.
I mean, but
no way.
that's what we're trained to do.
Because I heard the rumors about the two Nigerian brothers. I was like, all right, this is getting weird. Because it became a joke.
'Cause it sounded kinda
became such
crazy
a
when you
joke
heard
that
it,
I was like, I'm gonna wait until shit gets serious in court and then I'll draw it in. But I was like, yo, this shit is really, like, he really did this.
So what and you know, I'm not the person to spark this conversation, but what can we do or what should we do when people make up these things and it's false? Like, when are we going to implement consequences for people lying?
You're jumping into a very dangerous conversation.
Like,
I think he's getting it right now,
But
yeah.
when we prove people to be liars, like, that's not just saying he said, she said, but it's like, okay,
1/5.
because now if everything that he said was true, think about all of the people who would have been affected by that. Think about how the perception of, you know what I'm
this
saying?
Is scary territory.
It was a
because now you're
national
talking
story.
about stuff that hasn't happened, and this country, they're really predicated on exacts.
And
So, yeah,
you're opening up a precedent for sexual assault as well.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Because you say to yourself things like,
It's tough.
It's a tough. This is. It's that's why it gets fucked up, and that's why people like
that's
him.
why he got to eat that
fuck
100.
it up
For
that type of. You understand?
Because
What I'm
now
saying?
what I'm
this
saying, he
story
has
is
to
on
do
the
it.
forefront.
Exactly, and it's like, oh,
Yes.
people lie.
Yes.
Yeah, but, and then it's like, okay,
Yes.
he lied, but then what about the thousands of people that didn't lie?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then there's
Absolutely.
people who always defend, like, see,
yeah.
people lie. See, look at this. And so,
Exactly, and
yeah.
it feeds that. So it's fucked up because there's a double. There's a casualty of this. You know, of this situation at the end of the day, because now you have to look at the victim. The victim lied. You understand what I'm saying? And that's something. That's something that opens
And that
up.
happens.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does
Absolutely.
happen. It's real,
Absolutely.
right? It really happens. And he has poisoned that well somewhat for us because now we see that story. We go, oh, that shit happened. I can recall to that. I saw it happen in real time. So it's a sticky one. I see what you,
is.
I'm not saying what you're saying, but I'm just saying that is a sticky situation.
Yeah, boy,
Of course.
boy got to do them 150. Do them
150
like
days.
push-ups.
Hey man,
Nice and slow. You got to do that 150.
You're gonna be pushing up.
hey man.
Yeah, push up everywhere.
working
Make
out.
it
If-
juicy.
If jail is quote
All
unquote for
that.
rehabilitation, you know, I hope
It's
he.
not.
It's not. Well, I said quote unquote. You know, I hope nothing happens to him in there. I hope he has.
Unless he want to do whatever he want to do in there, like anybody would.
He said he's giving up food.
You know,
And
Huh?
I think
never know.
I think he's going on Lent and all that.
I'm gonna rub one out in jail.
Wait, what you doing in jail?
He's giving up
What?
food. Is he going on a
Said that
hunger
loud.
strike?
I said that out loud. So y'all not gonna rub one out in jail? If y'all go to jail, y'all not gonna try and rub one out?
I
Where?
rub one out when I'm free.
Where?
Wait, what are we? What are
Wait, do you
we
have a
Reggie.
celly?
Do
you have a celly?
You got a celly.
You
It's
got-
tricky.
You gotta have.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
Where?
That's tough.
In
It depends
jail.
how
Like,
long
you
I'm doing.
upstate feds. Matter of fact, you in the feds. You know what I'm saying? You ain't look. Baby moms can't drive 7 hours. Your girl is not driving 10 hours.
Yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
you in
gonna
the
survive,
feds.
bro.
Think. You
I
not gonna,
can't do it.
Yo, bro. What about when your celly go do his his assignment? You gonna rub on that when his assignment when your celly go do his assignment? Soon as
Yo,
my
I
celly
don't
go-
even, yo,
soon
can I
as my
tell you
celly-
how afraid I am of that place? And
Nah, I'm mad
afraid
afraid.
in a sense of,
Mad afraid.
Lord, please,
Please.
never. I've been
Please.
once. And it
Yeah,
wasn't,
yeah, it's
thank
not the
God, it was
best.
5 hours and I was
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I say to myself, I go, yo, I can't imagine,
Bro,
man.
I be saying this all the time. Like people get shit confused, right? Like jail is bad, right? The feds, like going upstate.
Yeah, that's fucking ass.
Nah, I don't think really people really understand what
You are hours away from
you
your family.
are on your own.
Yeah, you're on your own.
Yeah.
I'm
scary.
good.
Listen,
On all that.
I told you one time when I was driving down south, I fucking drove into a prison town.
Oh yeah, you told
you
us.
And I
Definitely
didn't
said
realize
that.
it was a prison town.
Fucked you up.
My whole family didn't pick up on it until like I was, because you know I'm a nigga from the streets, so I'm sitting there. We went to the gas station, and two niggas in there, and I'm like, these niggas acting funny, like they was acting weird and all. And then there was a dude outside. He looked like he had a mental, you know, he was mentally ill, and he was out there. He was acting shifty and screaming. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm with my family, so I'm mad on edge because I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm with my grandmother and my fucking aunt, so I'm on edge. My grandfather,
Yeah.
but he was sick. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So then we drive to the McDonald's. I don't know why we decide to just hang in the prison town this day.
Oh my God.
Y'all was hungry. Y'all wanted a Big
in
Mac.
We went into McDonald's, and I see a bunch of niggas in there, and two
wanted a
niggas
Big
at the table, and they hovering over their food, and they eating, tatted up. And I'm
The
like,
mannerisms.
I'm like, where? And that's not saying nothing wrong with that, but you get us, you sense,
It's
like,
different.
where are
First
we?
up.
Like, are we in a? Like, where are we? Like,
you
where the
can
fuck
see
are we?
it. You can see
And I
it.
remember I seen the nigga, and I was watching this nigga the whole time. He was acting mad funny, bro. He was acting stupid, like yelling and screaming, and he was getting me nervous in a sense, like we gonna have to stall in this nigga. Like I'm unfortunately, I feel like that was me and my uncle. I was like, all right, me and my uncle, we gonna get this. Like I'm calculating in my head, like if he come in, I'm gonna just get his legs. My uncle gonna start wailing on this nigga. And then when we was driving out, I noticed, and we're driving past a huge fucking prison, and it blew my fucking mind. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. I forgot why we were talking about that.
Yeah,
Because we're talking about prison.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine. I don't want to go there. And I'm sorry for going that tangent.
Nah,
I'm sorry.
you good because I was actually thinking about this. I know we wanted to talk about new music really quick before we wrapped up.
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
even know how much time we had, but
Damn, we
so,
even do ski.
No
yeah,
way.
we got to talk about Ski, Kanye. We'll do all that on Patreon. So
am
if you do
not-
want to hear those conversations,
Yeah.
please make sure you sign up for our Patreon. That is
Yeah.
the Need to Know podcast on Patreon. Again, we have consolidated all of our tiers. We have vlogs from Reggie. That last vlog was super fucking entertaining, Reggie. Devon Terrell, we actually
fire.
recorded ass today. So if
Oh
you
my
want to
God,
see,
this next Dev Cam
Yeah.
is gonna be so
Patreon,
funny.
No, This is great.
It was nuts.
Wait,
too.
is it gonna be?
No.
Oh.
I'll do this one next. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, because
I'll drop this one
have
next.
like a few.
I got a few in the
It
gun.
was nuts.
Hold on one second.
Acid
Yeah,
nuts.
it's gonna be nuts.
Nah, do your thing.
Nuts.
But there was, I was listening to new music. And
Oh, I dropped the beat too. Please go bump that on Patreon.
Oh, facts.
Fire.
Yeah.
Facts. I can't
Thank
wait.
you.
Let's talk about that on Patreon.
Yeah,
'cause
oh, yeah,
I
with
love what you did with that.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
But,
that was cool.
You like that?
That was like a
Then I'ma start
different. That
doing
was different.
Different,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I was listening to new music,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'm trying to get to that point where I'm listening to music again.
Yeah.
And I turned this song on.
Oh shit. I hate driving with my boyfriend when he listens to this.
You ready? I'm gonna tell you why you connect with it right when it's done. Woo! SaVon, he said therapy ain't been working. Is that you?
That's when I knew, like, yo, what is these niggas doing to the kids, bro? What is they saying, bro?
They telling them everything they shouldn't hear.
Bro, this shit is toxic.
No, this shit is great.
Bro, this shit, yo,
great.
I understand it, and it's fucked up
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
there's some people who can't just enjoy the music. They gotta
Yeah.
live the music.
Yeah,
Bro,
and they have to listen to
if
every word.
If
Yeah.
Lil Durk is your favorite artist,
Right.
and this is what he's spitting, bro, listen.
Yo, I'm trying to think.
You,
Like,
what am I
so-
supposed to do?
nah, I'm trying to think, bro, because like, who was the rappers when we was coming up that Fifth? That we felt that was hard, you know what I'm saying? When we listen to their lyrics, I'm
But-
trying to think about the people who was fucking with, right?
You know
Like
what
the
I'll say to
game?
that?
Oh, I don't know.
Right.
What
right.
I'll say to that is,
Yeah.
I think 50 Cent and those rappers in that time,
Yeah.
I think they were speaking to their peers.
Okay, explain. What do you mean?
Meaning, when they was putting out those kind of songs, those messages,
Okay.
it was for people,
demo.
their demographic,
Oh, okay,
their
okay, okay,
age,
okay, okay.
their
Yeah.
time frame,
I
their
see.
era to kind of relate to, listen to, whatever.
Yeah.
Lil Durk,
He's speaking
Lil
to
Baby,
kids.
they're talking to fucking
Yeah.
kids, bro.
I was a kid. Listen, I gotta be. I
You
wanna
was
play devil-
listening to it, but he
Yeah.
wasn't making it for you. 50 Cent didn't go into making 21
But do-
questions
do
like
you
the
think-
kids is gonna
I don't
love
think
this.
I don't think Durk is making this for kids. I think Durk is
Yeah,
making
but-
this for niggas
Yeah,
that's
his fans
active.
just happen to be kids sometimes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
think about it. His
But
demo.
he's also talking to. Well, in this song directly, he's talking to somebody, right?
I don't know.
Wasn't this
I don't
this
know.
song?
I have no
I don't know.
idea. Word.
You don't know either.
Oh, word. Oh.
Yeah, we don't
Word.
know who
I
he's
don't
talking
even
about.
know. Word.
Yeah, but,
Anyway, but I think this was for
Yeah.
his peers as well.
Right?
Like this song.
Because
But
it sounds like he's talking pretty directly at a peer. right?
Yeah.
I just think it's different in how they market the music.
Absolutely.
And
Or does it
especially-
look different?
No, because now we're old and now everybody
Yeah.
else seems mad young.
Mm.
So we think that he's marketing
about
to the
it.
youngins,
So,
but he's not. Like
let me
he's
see.
marketing to like kids. I mean, teens.
I bet. I have a perfect example.
Yeah.
And maybe y'all tell me if I'm off. Y'all know I'm not a music guy. I'm just going off
You're
of
off.
logic.
We'd love to
Just
hear it.
tell me if I'm off.
I bet.
I feel like when a Kendrick Lamar, even a Wale,
Yeah.
whomever, right? When those type of artists speak, I don't think they're speaking to a certain audience or demographic. I think they're expressing and getting their art off, and it just goes out into the world, right?
Sure.
They have a message, a generalized message, and it just goes out. I think when a lot of these rappers, which is why we just saw like the whole mandate on New York City drill music. Oh, let's take it
Little
away,
fake
like
mandate,
right?
Which is problematic.
It can be problematic, and I
yeah.
think Lil Durk, he's been around. He's a new veteran, right? He's a veteran
I'm
because
so glad you said that.
he's a new veteran,
Yeah,
but
because he's been active for mad
for a very long
but
time. But I think he just hit his stride,
Spotlight, yeah.
and within his stride, I'm pretty sure he's aware of the influence that he and his girl have on just younger people.
Oh, yeah.
And so that is what I
Mm-hmm.
mean by, yo, this shit is kind of crazy to listen to. Like, I could listen to it. It's not going to influence me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
have-
I feel like artists have been like this for forever.
Ever. I'm not
And we
gonna
just
lie.
see
I
it
was thinking about this the
differently.
other day, yeah.
I think when you were saying
Talking about
about
this
like
the
you know
other day.
Kendrick just like speaking his truth in his art and just like letting it out. I think that's what Durk is doing. Like he's just like being himself.
No,
I think so.
no funny shit. Because like, think about it. I think he's like you were talking about. He's speaking to the kids. I think he's speaking to active gang members every time he drops a
That's what I'm
song.
saying. I think he's like
You
talking
feel
to
me?
people.
Yeah, no funny shit. And again, like, you know, the demo for that is shit is changing now, right? Like a lot of your OGs maybe might be latter 20s, maybe 30s, right? Something like a Dirk situation.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I see him speaking directly to somebody like that. I ain't gonna lie. Did you listen to the rest of the album? I could tell you why you like that song if you're ready.
I didn't get past that
You
song.
didn't get past, did you like it?
I
though?
just
That song
spun
is
that
fire.
song
That
back.
song- yeah.
I was like,
That's Aha?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why you
yeah.
fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
If you really listen to that song, bro, and this is why it's full circle, Reggie, it's back to the point we was just making. Yo, bro, that is Rowdy and Bobby Shmurda 2014, 2012. It's the same type of beat. It's the same type of drill flow. You get what I'm saying? It's that same bop on it. It's just a different messenger who we probably know to be active. If you listen to that beat, matter of fact, Rowdy just remixed this song.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
I
because
didn't
we
like
could
it.
hear. Huh?
I love Rowdy, but
Yeah, but
did you like it? Did you
I
like
didn't
his
like it
ver-
either. I didn't like it either. But I know
I
why he
thought
did
didn't
he
hear
would
it.
go harder. I thought,
Yeah, because it sounds like their type of style,
Yeah,
their
yeah,
beating.
yeah.
And when they was free before they got locked, that's the shit we was bumping.
Yeah,
We was on that Bobby. We was on that Rowdy computers.
It does sound like computers.
Yeah,
it has
yeah.
that piano.
It's that,
oh,
that
yeah,
sound.
yeah.
It's,
Oh,
all
yeah.
of it is in there. All this is a science.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's. All right, let me further the conversation.
Yeah.
So I think I just found it. You bringing up
Yeah.
Bobby, Rowdy, and now Lil Durk, right?
Right.
I think with Bobby and Rowdy at that time, they were living in that still, right? So they was still in the trenches. They was still trying to get it out. They was speaking to their experiences, what they was going through living at that time, right? And maybe they still are to this day. I don't know where they are today, but I think somebody like a Lil Durk, once you cross over into that mainstream, once you cross over into like 150,000 units, when you are the go-to guy on the feature, bro, there's not an album that comes out in hip-hop, R&B, or pop that doesn't have Lil Baby or
He's
Lil
really
Durk
that
on
guy
it.
right
But do
It's, you know what I'm
But
saying?
do y'all
So
think he's used to this?
Wait, what?
regardless if he's used to it, I think that his lifestyle, he has no choice but to adjust because so many people have died around him.
We got into a good argument. We're about to get into a good argument.
So many people
This is
have
good.
died around him.
Stay right here.
You know,
Let's go
he's
back and forth.
brag-
Let's ping pong.
No, let's do it.
Let's ping pong. A lot of people has passed from his life, right? A lot of the music that he's making is because he's somewhat active and can feel that vibe, right? If he goes fully away from it, and this is, I'm so happy we talking about this right now. I've been wanting to talk about this for so long. Lil Durk is an anomaly, and we don't talk about him enough. I'm gonna be really.
You have said this before. Yeah.
I'm so glad we. I don't think people really understand what's happened with Lil Durk's career. There was very slim times that rappers get a second chance,
win,
and the second chance go harder than the first round. That is that's fake, unheard of in rap.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure this resurgence is coming from what he's around, the shit he's been going through. So I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm not I'm not engulfed the way he engulfed into no street shit or nothing like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't know how my rate. So everybody fucking with me right now, right? It's because I'm active. I got the gang behind me. I'm clicked up. I feel good. What does my sound? What is my vibe? What do I sound like when all that is extracted?
When you 40 M's up, you can afford to change that a little bit. You can afford to use different verbiage. You can still feel that. Your story is your story. You can't change that. You know what I'm saying? Like his upbringing. I think there was a story last year when him and his girl, they ran into his crib and he had to defend himself. You know what I'm saying?
She
like
backed it out too.
And she had to defend herself. She pulled him out. Like that's the thing. You can't change your life experience, but what you can change is your approach. And so I'm speaking more to that. It's like, all right, cool. You can't change essentially, right? What you've been through.
Sure.
But I think once you get to a place when you're on that other side, when you can afford to hire 24/7 security, whether you do or not, when you can afford to have off-duty officers, when you can pay for those kind of safety measures, when you can do it, but you're speaking to people who can't, when you're speaking directly to people who believe like, yo, I gotta get revenge on a nigga that disrespect me, like when you're not the solution in that, you know, you say you're the voice, but you're the voice of what?
Exactly.
That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm with you. Don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing.
You know the crazy thing about the hood shit though? It's just like we don't.
It's tough.
It's tough because at the same time, it's like the hood supports you, right? And in the hood, we all
the hood
know
was supporting me before the world gave me my second go round.
that too. And the hood in the streets got a code.
I'm gonna keep it a whole 100 with you. Street niggas was putting me on the Durk when I wasn't. When he didn't have the record with Drake, I wasn't listening. I wasn't. They was
but
still
I knew. But
repping
niggas
him like
love
he
Durk,
was
bro.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was one of them dudes. So for me, it's just like, yo, I know he comes from a certain place, and like all of us, I know our cores and values and what we grew up on. he also has cores and values and stuff that he also grew up on as well. So in my head, it's kind of hard. I know it's very tough. I'm not excusing any behavior, but I'm also just trying to be understanding and see on the other side, like, why and be objective about it. It's hard to break that culture of what you came from in the street.
And why he's still moving like
and
this.
why he's still moving like that, because at the end of the day, if Little Durk doesn't have the respect of the street, there is no Little Durk. That's the core of who Little Durk is, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, to me, that's what I see. It's like, the streets is your core. You understand what I'm saying? You speak for street niggas in the streets. So if you break the code and do something against the ethics of the street,
you don't gotta break ethics. I feel like we've seen a lot of the street guys transition into some of the best big businessmen. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you can evolve, and I guess maybe that's what I'm rushing his process. And who am I to do that?
I think he can do it.
That could be.
I think it's coming. And I'm not saying that he's. What I'm saying is, all I'm saying is it's hard. I'm not saying that he won't do it. I think he'll do it. I think he is, because he's become a very important person, and I'm sure some big homies are like, yo. You're too important. It's time to you to transition and move different.
And I want him to make the music that reflects that.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that from Durk.
That's all I mean. I'm not saying
some of that is on his new album.
Yeah, all right. So let me continue to listen.
It's about his. Was it? Is it just art? Was he just singing on it?
You know what's funny, Dev?
What?
Very similar.
It's very similar to a project you got coming out soon. He goes back to day one to his grandparents' house.
Okay, he reflects.
He does that from track one. Like it's some of that. What SaVon played.
The title is named after his grandmother's house.
Right, 7220. That was the address.
Weird.
Yeah, so it's a very different. I guess he's no longer lives there though.
Something like that on your album.
Where he grew up as a kid.
So, wow. So
7220.
Okay, because and I hate hearing about albums from other people. What's this album I'm hearing about from? I sound like the old nigga. What's the album I'm hearing about from him? Regarding he was just singing.
Regarding that he was just singing.
Somebody said
this last shit that he just dropped.
What was it? It was like it's like a love. It wasn't even no gangster shit.
Maybe the one before it.
Niggas lied to me because they said his new album.
Because one thing about Durk, he
to me.
sprinkles a little bit of everything, but this one was more like, I'm gonna tell y'all the story.
The storytelling.
Okay.
But I'm gonna sprinkle the drill in there.
Okay.
I actually might like this one. Like, there's a song that I really like. It's called No Interviews. Yeah.
It's called No Interviews.
I'm gonna tap in.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I like
tap in.
yeah.
I think again, I don't think I'm the person to say that, and nobody's really able to speak to somebody else's evolution. So I think just seeing people take different paths. That's all. Because I was just listening to it, and I'm thinking about a lot of the people who really got to live that life, and maybe it's a sanctuary for them because they can relate to it.
Right.
So I can't discredit that. Like you said, it is an art form at the end of the day. Like people listen to things that they can relate to. Like not everybody can relate to J. Cole or Wale.
Yeah,
so
that's
I understand. You know what I'm saying? I definitely, I don't want to come off as the guy who's like, oh, fuck this music. Like I'm not that at all.
No, you made your point. Like we understand.
But what I'm saying is, it's just nuance.
That's
what it is.
And it's nuance too, and even the way these cats is living. SaVon, I want you to imagine having 70 street niggas on payroll.
I can't.
It's shit like that.
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean? But this be a real life.
Yeah.
70 men. How
Yeah,
much
no,
is
I
that?
understand.
This be a real life.
Well, he said he got he said he got 40 million from his
up
record
like
label.
40. I saw him tweet that.
He said
Right?
he's up like 40 M's. This is what he's saying. But again, that's
He tweeted that.
He tweeted he got 40 M's from his record label.
From I don't want to say.
I don't know the record label, but I know he said he's 40 M's up from his record label. And when you say things like that's my thing. It's
That's
just,
a dangerous
what does
thing
that
to
mean?
say.
What does 40 M's mean? Did you just sign your life away?
Right.
That's
How
what
many
I'm
albums?
That's what trying to figure out.
What are you giving up?
That's
Is
what
it
I
your
hear.
likeness? Like, is
Yeah.
what does the
gave
40
something up
M's
for that
mean?
40.
What is
You
the
just
40
throwing it
million?
out there for the people who's looking at you. Like Lil Durk is him and Lil Baby are at the forefront of this music shit.
Yeah.
And NBA YoungBoy. Like those three right now. To that younger generation, people are looking at them and following them. Like we don't have the luxury of having too much diversity in our hip hop figures right now. Like everybody's running the same lane. They just all running it at a high level.
Hip hop is kind of weird right now. I haven't been because I'm an R&B dude. There's some mad shit going on. But I didn't think about. I've never really think about the hip hop spectrum.
You've never seen anything like Lil Durk, bro.
What do you mean?
bro, I'm trying to. We were in. Me and SaVon, at least I know, was at least in high school, when Durk was really getting this saying what you want. This smack. Bro, we're talking. We're speaking to new kids now that
they
he's
know
currently influencing.
That he's influencing. That's true.
This is not regular.
It is not
this
regular.
Is an
That's true.
anomaly.
That's
we
very
don't spend
true.
enough time
That's very
on this
true.
thing. I know we spent a lot of time on NBA.
He outlasted a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying.
Durk's class.
Yeah, the whole
Are you
drill scene.
serious right now?
He was in that Chief Keef. He was all
Wait,
of
wait,
that.
was he on an XXL freshman cover?
I think he
What
was
year
on
was
double
that?
X.
Because
Yeah, he was
that really
definitely
pinpoints when he.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was that, like 2011? I'll check it
Oh,
out.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a long
Come
time
on,
ago.
yeah, now
It
that
was
I
back
think
when independence was good.
Was
Shit.
still a thing.
I remember
Yo,
that.
He's been doing this a while.
Yeah.
2011.
And again, that's probably why I was listening to it, and I'm just like, yo,
2014.
It's
Yeah,
2014.
that's right. I was like 2011 is too early.
But he
I
was
like,
on like
he
around
was in the
2011,
perfect.
2012.
Didn't I always tell you about
Okay.
2014 was the fucking independent era, the golden era?
Yeah.
You did say that.
Yeah.
Oh,
2014, but like Alex said, he was around Chief Keef era, which was prior to 2014.
Right,
so
right.
he's been around for a minute, and I guess that's what it's been for me. It's like, all right, you hear it, because if you know anything about, or let me not say and act like I know anything about this nigga's life, but from what I do know, a lot of people around him have been killed. Street violence, a lot.
He's
like,
had cases
prominent,
also.
prominent people in his life that he's talking about, and he's putting his pain in his music. And it may be therapy for him, but some people, they may not be able to catch those nuances. So I just thought it was a dope conversation to have. It's a great song. It's great music. He's great at what he does. But at some point, I hope, we can evolve, is what I'll say.
just be safe. Just be safe, Dake. Dake. Just be surf. Surf. What the fuck?
Just be surf.
Bitch.
Just be safe.
But just be safe, Durk.
Yes.
I'm a fan, man, and
Yep.
just be safe, man, and keep doing what the fuck you doing. Ain't nothing. Listen, keep doing what you're doing. You ain't doing shit wrong, bro. Just do what you do.
Yep.
That's all. That's all I got to say about
And
it.
if we still on great music, I know we were talking about Lucky Daye's
Oh,
album.
let's talk about it, please.
Can we get into
'cause
it?
It's amazing.
I wanna hear
Reg,
you guys
take
talk
it
about
away.
what you got. No, you guys take it away.
I just got one thing to say.
I want
Okay,
you guys
go.
to say what you were saying
Oh, so we say?
pre-production.
I'll say it.
City Boys
Out
up
of here.
What?
3,000.
Yo, listen.
Wait, what was he saying? Wait, what?
Male R&B up 3,000.
Yo,
That's
listen.
not City Boys. That's male R&B.
I know, but I just want to. I try to attach male R&B to something cool.
Male R&B is just cool in itself.
Male R&B up 3,000.
Yes, of
on your
course.
bitch ass. Nah, male R&B up 3,000.
Nah, but she's trying to say we won't say what we say. If Dev won't, I will.
How y'all feel about the music? How y'all feel about
Hey, let's talk about the music.
It's
though.
fucking stupendous.
Well, I know you like it.
Yeah,
so
love
you don't
it.
have to.
I don't like it. I love it.
I love
Rashard
it.
Tate,
I love
you're
it.
out of this conversation, buddy. Alex, how you feel about the music?
Fucking love it. No, I really love it.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? I love the album. D Mile, shout
He
out to
wanted
D
you to
Mile.
say your
D-Mile went
critique.
I would love to work
crazy.
with you one day.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Lucky's amazing. Male R&B, we fight with each other.
Yes.
Stand with each other.
No.
It's
D-Mile
amazing.
went
Crazy.
crazy.
Yep.
No. I was listening to some of them beats like, my dumb ass can't make none of this.
Well, for the people who don't know who D-Mile is, like myself.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
D-Mile?
Producer. He's a producer.
Yeah, he basically executive produced it, right?
He's the main producer of core of Lucky Daye.
Yeah.
When a great story, Levens always talks about this. There was a time in D-Mile's career where he was about to give up. He was about to quit. He was like,
Really?
I'm about to be done with this whole thing. By the way, D-Mile has done the Silk Sonic album. He's done
Mad shit.
mad
and
shit.
he has done this young lady. I don't know if she's young. Joyce Rice.
Joyce Rice.
Joyce Rice.
Yes,
He's done
he executive
mad-
produced her album, so he is. The
If you listen to
real
R&B
deal.
music, he's
Some of
probably
your
He's my
favorite
favorite
records
artist.
Yo, he
this
did-
man
he
has
did.
done. Some of your
Kiana
favorite.
Lede?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait.
Oh, yes.
Wait,
he did not.
that sounds very
Hey, yo,
like
big up your
D-Mile-ish.
queen.
Nah, yo, shout out D-Mile, man.
Yo,
He's done a bunch of
now
stuff.
he's
You making great music
Yeah,
for
come
motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
on.
Yo, shout out to you, my
He's
boy.
produced for
He's him. Yeah,
everybody.
He's the one.
So,
In R&B, he's the one.
he was gonna.
Yeah.
He was gonna quit a while ago. He was like, I'm done. I just not for me anymore. He was gonna quit, and him and Lucky Daye got together,
Kinda clicked
and
up,
that's
yeah.
what that Rosamore. I think Rosamore and all of them is D-Mile.
Yeah,
if I'm not
I think
mistaken.
that's what-
Oh,
I
shit,
think
that
that's
that was the
D-Mile,
breakout.
That was the
record.
breakout,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they got him back
Rosamore got
in the groove.
Wow.
So
Really? And that's recent.
it's very recent, and
Wow.
so when D-Mile and Lucky link up, man, it's just magic, bro. And
That's
that's
amazing.
why I really just love his production,
loved
bro.
it.
Is A1.
I loved it.
SaVon.
I loved everything
like
about
for
this
real.
album. I loved everything about this
Yeah, everything is
Also,
great.
Just,
Lucky is a little older,
Yo,
and he
Yeah,
caught his
34?
moment. He caught his moment point, like past 30. So.
Yeah, no, yes.
I love that story.
Yeah.
I love,
He's like-
and
he's like the same age as Trey Songz.
He was on American Idol. Did you guys ever see that clip?
I never seen the clip.
I did.
Like
I
the
saw it.
OG
OG
American
one,
Idol.
yeah,
He was
OG
like
one.
he made it to like top whatever 20 or whatever. But
Don't
and
stop.
now like a decade later, here's his moment. Like
He is an older
never give
man.
up.
Don't stop.
Never
Ladies,
give up.
fuck older men, bro.
Older men,
Are
yes.
don't we know shit?
Nah,
They
they
know
And we
don't.
shit.
speak from a place of accountability and
And
fucking.
they're mature.
and we're mature.
Date an older man.
That's right.
Nah, don't do that.
Or woman too. Date the
Man,
older
don't
ones.
do that
Yes.
shit.
They're amazing. They know what they're doing. The young ones,
Let me a little older chick.
I thought
But nah.
I thought it was dope.
I will say this though. I do liked how the album meshed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't the biggest. See, that's one thing about me. I'm gonna tell the truth. I wasn't the biggest Lucky Daye fan. I'm gonna be honest, but I
Prior
did,
to this album?
Prior to this
Really?
album, I wasn't.
He
I
wasn't.
you were.
I
Wait, I
really
thought we would
wasn't.
talk
I
about
said it
him.
was a record I really did like from what he's released, but
Right.
I don't know.
Over?
He just never really engulfed me. I'm gonna keep
Okay.
it a whole 100 with you.
Oh
Like,
man, yo! Once I heard one song from him, I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
I love him."
Yeah. And I
love him.
So I was
loved-
like, I was the complete opposite of Alex.
Right, and I loved Rose Samo. I think he released like 2 other ones I wasn't really feeling.
that
but
EP was stupid.
I was
Table
at,
for
I
Two
was at a
was
Table for
stupid.
Two?
Smino. I was at a
Yeah.
Smino concert.
I liked it.
Uh-huh.
And they play music beforehand, and I heard Karma.
Oh,
Oh,
Do you guys
yeah.
know? Wait, what,
Yeah.
what did that sample? I don't know, but I heard. I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" And then
Right.
ever
And
since
that
then,
was
I
the
was
one.
like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I should have known that. But I will say this: after I listened to this album, I'm
Karma.
all the way signed up.
What about Painted? The one before this, you were kind of
Paint- So
on
I'm
that
gonna be
one?
honest. I like Painted, and I didn't like Table for Two that much. I'm gonna be honest. With you. I wasn't really feeling it. Wasn't really.
So
feeling
you
it.
hate women?
No, I loved women. I
'Cause that
actually,
was the one he had
but
mad
you don't want to
women.
hear
No,
me
I'm
say.
kidding, I'm
you
kidding,
don't
I'm
want to hear
kidding.
what I really want to say.
Alex loves
The
women.
women
Song.
smoked it.
Tell me the song to play, sir.
The women smoked it.
Access Denied with Ari Lennox.
Smoked it.
But you said you didn't
Hold
like
on.
No. Ari Lennox. See, you gonna make me
I'm
say
kidding,
shit.
I'm kidding, I'm
It's like,
kidding,
chill,
I'm
You know what
kidding.
I'm saying? I loved Painted. Great album. This one right here, man, it just felt
Oh my
like
God.
there wasn't. It felt like there wasn't a component missing. As a R&B for R&B albums, you know what I'm saying? Like I put certain R&B albums in my brain that I feel are perfect, right? So like Miguel Kaleidoscope Dream.
Oh, I mean,
It's fucking
flawless.
perfect. It's fucking flawless.
Rather
right?
flawless.
And it's like there's just certain elements that I kind of take and as I listen to new projects. And as I'm listening to this Lucky Daye project, man, he's hitting everything. It was groovy. It was a
I'm so sorry for blasting
Gucci.
that.
Gucci. It was
I'm so
groovy.
sorry.
Gucci. It was groovy. It was a little Princey.
Right.
There was old school R&B. There was samples.
It was
like
funky.
it was full. I loved it. He surprised me, and I'm glad he surprised me.
Listen, you don't like. You didn't like
Play it.
Table for Motherfucking Two. Play
Play
just
it.
play a little bit of this song. This is from Table for Two. This
Play
is
it.
this. Play from the beginning. Please have respect.
Yep.
Wow, that's nasty. Nigga played it from the middle like that.
I mean,
But it
I
was his
played,
part.
I played what you sent me. I played what you sent me, brother.
My bad.
This is the one with my queen Joyce Rice.
This shit is fire. Yo, you playing me mad low. I ain't gonna lie, DJ. You wildin' on me, bro.
So you ready? You ready? I'm gonna tell you what.
Yo, this shit hard,
You ready?
Alex.
You ready?
Listen,
You ready? I'm gonna tell you.
Dun, dun, dun.
this shit hard.
You
Listen,
ready?
Listen.
Not the body roll.
Come on down.
The R&B shoulders. Look at the R&B shoulders.
He getting the stutter shoulder.
That shit
That's
is.
dope.
All
Listen,
the production is like that.
sounds,
That
no,
shit
but
is.
see,
That was a really
I'm
good
a
project.
fan of all his production. Let me be
Okay.
very clear, right?
Okay.
Let me be he didn't engulf me as an artist. Like I wasn't signed up
okay.
for. He is our go-to male R&B artist.
Okay.
Let me be very clear.
Personally,
Yeah.
Okay.
still hesitant.
Personally,
that.
you're still
On him?
hesitant, right?
No. I love him, but
Okay.
I think
Sure.
again, just going back to what we was talking about
Uh-huh.
earlier, I think
Yeah.
we come from, and this is crazy to even say, we come from an era where R&B was just a little bit different, where it was a little bit more influential, and it was just different. So I don't know.
Yeah, I get
if
you. I understand.
I still can't herald somebody
I
that
get
top spot, but in today's climate,
In today's
I would put
climate,
him
right. Yeah.
in that
As
top
and-
spot.
right.
And that's
You
what
know?
I'm saying.
Isn't that sad though?
Yeah.
No, it
like
is.
if
Doesn't
we,
that make you sad?
we
does.
always use our grandparents as like the
Right.
barometer to say,
Yeah,
hey,
my
if
grandmother
this
has
person,
no
Dev's
idea.
grandma.
yes, Dev's grandma in particular.
specific.
Shout out to Dev's grandma.
From now on, we'll call my grandma. She be like, Lucky Daye.
Wait, does she? Does she? No.
No.
Yeah,
She
but
doesn't know
but
that is.
she knows
Respect.
Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows who Chris Brown is. She
And
knows who Cardi B is.
To me, like,
Yeah,
sure.
she.
That's
for
the
male
gauge.
R&B, I think Chris Brown is still technically like that R&B go-to.
Well,
But he's
God.
become
I
such
like
a
to-
de facto
Yeah,
that we just
like,
completely
he's an
just
alien to
yeah,
me.
which is a fucked up position. As if I was Chris
Yeah.
Brown, I'm like, well, I get no love because people just like Chris Brown.
an alien.
You just it's like Steph. It's like he's like the
Yeah.
Steph Curry of R&B. It's like of R. It's like, bro, you're dope, you're fire. We know. We're looking at this though. We're not even
Yeah.
looking at you anymore. You understand? what I'm saying? We're
and
just
it was
looking at
difficult.
this.
It was difficult for me to kind of give him the reins on that. I don't know if I'm 100% there, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm at like 90 now. You know?
With him.
Yeah, with him.
He
I'm
just,
yeah.
you know what it is?
It clicked on this project for me. Everything just felt right. It just nothing felt forced. It just worked. Like
he needs
Yeah.
one song to crack. That's all.
and I liked Roll Some More. I thought that was the one to crack. No,
No,
that's not really.
I'm talking
You're
about
a bigger crack.
smash
You're
single.
talking about a butt crack.
I'm talking about
Like Billboard #1.
like a
type shit.
Giveon, like a Giveon,
Wide crack.
like a Giveon heartbreak. Like
okay,
if
okay.
if Lucky had a record that
like a
that
cult classic,
impacted
sorta.
that impacted
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
bro, he would have been out of on top of this album. It would have been bang, like super. He would have been huge. Like, and I'm not saying I'm not trying to minimalize him,
to be written.
but
It's still to
I
be
think it's
written.
still to be written.
Yeah.
But his journey is
Yeah,
looking nice.
And artistically,
I like it.
artistically, which is always the most important to me, I like it.
I like it.
I love it.
He's dope, man. He's so
you
dope.
surprised me. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't got no complaints at this point. I'm gonna be honest
I'm
with you.
male. Yo, listen.
Yeah.
For me,
like it.
as a male R&B artist, man, I'm just happy that we're talking about male R&B.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm so happy, and that's why I will support this brother till the
Yes.
end of time. I'm here for it because, bro, we're talking about it, and that's all I just want to do. That's all I ever
But
wanted.
you know what it is though too? Oh, this is about to get deep. It's just gonna be hard for us as a generation to create big moments again.
Yeah,
and
I
I think
know.
we briefly
Yeah.
spoke on this. Like
Yeah,
in the
we had a
last
whole
week's.
conversation about like stars and just
It's
eras
different.
and
We
Our
are
stars,
just
yeah.
desensitized and we discern things so greatly now because of what we're so used to.
Yeah.
Moments don't be moments.
or they go by
like-
so quick.
Like Lucky
Yeah.
Daye doing a record with Alicia Keys.
That would've been-
in 2010 hit different than Lucky Daye doing a record with her in 2022 because it's like, all right, how many other records is releasing that day?
Right.
You see what I'm saying, bro? It's just,
Right.
I think it's
You know what I think
it's
hurts
difficult.
R&B and male R&B artists in
Please
particular?
tell us.
What's up?
Award shows. I feel like award
Divulge.
shows.
we don't shine.
No, we don't have them. They don't. I feel like those created moments a lot
Soul
of the
Train
time.
Awards is about it.
I think just having a presence because there's something about having stage presence as an artist, as a male artist in particular, right? Because if we go back to like the beginning, not the very beginning, but like back in let's say
Early.
60s, 70s with the James Browns, with the Stevie Wonders, with those kind of artists, right? And then it goes into Michael Jackson and it goes to Prince, and maybe they aren't R&B per se,
Right.
but look at the R&B that they produced, you know,
Okay.
from their art. We got New Edition, like choreography, you know, like
Yeah.
I feel like all of that kind of played a part into R&B to where now everything's about a vibe. Everything's about, yo, how does the mood of the song make me feel? It makes me sway. Nothing really makes you kind of move. And I think, you know, one of the standout performances, speaking of Chris Brown, was his performance after Michael Jackson had passed away on the BET Awards.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
And
the
then we
one.
got moments where you see Usher and Michael Jackson on the
Sure.
same stage together. And it's like, oh my
Okay, those
God,
performances.
I'm seeing these are moments in
sure.
time, you know, like
And they're kind of being erased with festivals.
it's being erased with
And
festivals,
festivals don't get taped.
lack of choreography.
But I mean,
Festivals don't
but
get
it
taken.
can help people too because that's why people are saying that Doja Cat's a star because she keeps killing all these festivals and she's a performer.
But she's not a male R&B artist.
Oh,
I'm,
yeah,
ju-
yeah,
I'm
but I'm
just
saying-
speaking for
yeah,
male
yeah.
R&B.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it helps the women a lot. And
Yeah.
shout out to women because I feel like the women's songstresses for a while, they were put on the back burner for a very long time where
Yeah,
it was
they-
hard for
and
them to
it's-
cut through.
yes.
And
And
now
now,
they're
when
at
I
the
think
They
of-
are the
forefront.
when I
forefront.
think of stage
Let the clip
moments,
go.
the only two people I can think of that really create moments are two women, Doja Cat and obviously Beyonce.
Right.
I could think of moments, but male R&B, like who was the last?
And that's my point.
Can I
Moment
say
per-
Nobody
something?
dancing in the rain no more with their shirt off. So
Do
different.
it,
I
please.
remember back in the day, my stepfather and them and men, R&B was the shit.
Yes.
Like there was a balance in the
Yo,
car with men.
With men.
With men.
Oh, you about to trigger
There
me.
was
Go.
like a real balance in the car with men. Like I remember men would listen and be like, "Ooh, that new," like they would vibe to like the fucking Black Streets and you know what I mean. Like I remember that. Like I remember my uncles and them like singing R&B, right? this generation, bro, y'all niggas don't listen to R&B. Y'all lying.
You about to piss me off.
A lot of dudes be lying, bro. Like, no, you don't. You don't listen to R&B. You only listen to hip hop. Your palate.
Stop saying because you like that one Usher song that you listen to R&B.
You don't listen to
R&B.
R&B.
You don't fucking like it. You about to piss me off.
And it's okay. But don't cap. Like, niggas cap so much about how much they like R&B. I'm like, you're lying. You don't like R&B.
Who you guys hang out with? What?
A lot of niggas is lying to you, Reggie. I'm dead
No,
ass.
I have friends who are like
I'm
more
sure I don't
up on
judge your
R&B
friends.
that
Right.
Let me tell you
they're
about
R&B
dudes.
experts.
A lot
Like
of these-
Alex type shit.
A lot
like,
of a lot of people are they lying. They don't really listen to that shit, bro. I'm telling you, they don't like R&B like that.
Let me
They
tell
lying.
you. Let me tell you about dudes, right? When it's time to do things and turn on certain types of music.
Oh.
When it don't got that tempo.
Oh yeah.
When it don't got that 808 on it.
Right.
These dudes don't want to rock.
That's a good way to tell.
But that's what I'm saying.
Hold on. The first thing they say is this shit mad slow.
Yeah.
Yo, you in your feelings, bro? No. How about this shit just really fucking rocks?
Yeah, this shit fucking rocks, man.
What the fuck is you talking about?
Fuck, bro.
What the fuck is you talking about,
Shit
nigga?
really
I'll
rocks.
bump Barbara Streisand in this bitch if I had to. You
That's a
shit
fact.
me? Joe, come on, bro.
It's an odd thing,
Fuck
but
outta here,
I'm
bro.
telling from my own experience,
Yeah,
I
of
be just
course.
seeing through niggas. I'm like, bro, you don't like R&B, bro.
Like,
a lot of
absolutely.
niggas.
And
Yeah.
I think when you said there was a balance, I remember
what,
when
say
my
what,
parents
say
used to
what.
throw this on.
You know what I'm
Say
saying?
what, say what,
Come
say
on,
what.
bro.
Ooh,
Come on.
yeah. Say what,
Come
say
on,
what,
I
say
remember this.
what.
I got the vibes if you need them, Dev.
Girl, you know what's... Come on.
Yo,
They're
I
not
was-
doing this no more.
That's all
What
I'm
you
saying.
said?
Like,
I was at
me and
somebody's
my people
wedding.
getting rolling.
Come on.
Oh, come on. That's what I heard the vibrato. I heard the vibrato.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
we
real
just
talk, man.
missing something in R&B, but again,
And-
shout
but
out to
men
Lucky
being,
Daye.
my fault.
Yeah,
Just to my last
you
point.
good.
Just men
No, go
being...
off.
Just men... Because they be
Shit
saying
on
this
these
shit.
men.
They be getting me tight. Just men being comfortable hearing different types of... You've done this with like the different rock music that you play, right?
Yeah.
Paramore, shit like that. But it's important. I love that he does it. Because only men be in their brain so much about what they should listen to.
That's not-
and
yeah.
let me end on this note. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna check myself. We had a conversation before this.
Check myself.
Yeah, we had a conversation before this shit started. The Lucky Daye cover, right? Beautiful.
That's what
album.
I thought we were
Yeah.
gonna talk about.
Listen, one thing about me, I'm gonna take the bullet.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Take that shit.
That's the sound of the gun?
Nah, it ain't, but it's the sound of the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Pew pew.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I think it's some man shit that throws us off. So, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Initially, when I saw the cover, hey, that boy looked like he was just engulfed in some baby oil. It caught me
Why
off
not?
guard.
Yo, aren't we talking about that we missed that old vibe?
I know,
And
that's what
doesn't this
I'm
give
checking
the
myself.
old vibe?
I
Like the
know.
cover?
No,
Does it
I
not?
know. I'm
Nah, that don't give
I'm
me the
here
old
checking
vibe.
myself.
How? It's like
No.
I
That
don't
don't
know.
give me the
But
old
hold on,
vibe. It give
SaVon.
me the new vibe of I'm trying to
No,
experiment.
this is
and
not new
Nah, he had
R&B
his shirt
cover
off.
ish.
It looked like they put a bucket of honey in the middle of the street. He
Yo,
opened his mouth.
like-
It give me
Yeah.
some old school shit. You know what I'm saying? So word. Maybe that's my
Yeah,
bad for not seeing the
D'Angelo- wait, was
vision.
it
That shit
D'Angelo
threw
who
me off.
had-
I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all niggas. I ain't throw it in my story at first. It threw me off a little bit.
Why? Like, why?
Because I was waiting for that to be in your story.
I know.
Reggie's
Because you
why.
put mad
Why?
shit in your
But-
story.
why?
You put mad shit in your
Why?
story.
Why did you guys not want to put on your story?
Nah, because
he
it
was
threw me
shirtless?
off at first. I'm
What
gonna keep
if he was engulfed in baby oil? Like, why not? Like, who
Nah,
cares?
but I ain't want nobody
yeah,
thinking
go
I was. Alright, this is what it is. I ain't want to turn on the hornies. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Alex, you horny? He got mouth open and shit. I'm like, yo, chill, listen to
who
the song.
would say that?
Nah, people
like,
be saying shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, D'Angelo,
no, because
my
wait,
D'Angelo
whose
look
music?
cra-
It was
For the
D'Angelo's
good,
music
though.
video where he was just standing in the middle,
classic.
Yeah, yeah.
just naked,
Yes,
for
and
like
that's
3
what I'm
minutes.
saying.
And
Okay.
that's the old school
Classic.
vibe.
Can,
like,
can I
it
go
was
back?
like
Can I go
that.
back to that
Classic
argument that I was
video,
having with
bro.
demographic and,
Yeah.
and artists, 50 Cent, Lil Durk?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about catering to a demographic.
Sure.
When D'Angelo's doing that, I don't think he's doing that for me. You know, that's
But
for
that was
women.
a whole moment.
It was-
Everybody was
That
tuning
was a
in.
big moment.
Yeah,
It
bro.
was
but
a
even-
classic.
But girls
If
don't even like
if
dudes with
social
their shirt off no more.
Wait, what?
I don't know what women like, but if social media was around back then for that D'Angelo moment, I wouldn't have put that D'Angelo video on my story because
Why
that's
not?
not.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Okay,
it's not
okay,
for me. Like, I'm not knocking it. Everybody has their own thing. But I think
Yeah.
the Lucky Daye, going back to albums,
Yeah.
Alex's
Wow, that was an interesting point you
Yeah.
made. That was
Yeah.
very interesting. I'm just pointing like what you just
yeah,
said. That was
because
very interesting.
I see Reggie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Reggie, when she's passionate about something, she shows her passion in microaggressions. Right, so she's like,
Yeah, she does.
"Yo, get on here. I want y'all
Yes.
niggas to talk about what we go." So
Yes.
let's talk about it, right? For me, I'm gonna say like, it's nothing against that album art, but I
Yeah.
think he did that. It is not for me to kind of promote. He didn't get sexy for me.
Yo,
No, but it's
It was
not.
a
Okay,
different
but,
se- he got
okay,
sexy.
but
He
that
got
D'Angelo
sexy. It was a
video.
different sexy.
Okay, I do understand if you don't put on your story,
Mm.
but is this cover really that
Sexy?
sexual for you guys to not put on your
Aight.
story?
All right,
Like,
so Reggie, I take a picture full of baby oil with my mouth open, right? I sent it to
Okay.
you. I sent it to you.
How
I
your
say,
man
yo,
gonna feel?
I say post it in
How
your
John
story.
gonna feel? How John gonna feel?
This
You
is
like,
so
yo,
different.
And Alex like, yo,
Alright.
I think I want to put this on my story. What y'all think?
Okay.
All right.
And now
That
he's
is
sending
so, okay,
baby oil
Alex
over.
sending me a picture covered in baby oil is
on,
very
my mouth-
different.
that's a random-
It's very different from
thing.
Lucky Daye
My mouth
having
open.
a sexy album cover.
But
That is so
what
different.
if that's
like, guys,
gonna be
let's
his
not be,
album cover
Yeah.
for his beat?
Wait, what?
What if that's
A
gonna be?
major.
And
A
if that
major.
was your album cover and I
Yeah.
was supporting my friend, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it on my story.
You gonna
Yeah,
do-
nah,
So what?
but
What's
he
your
ain't my
point?
friend though. But I'm gonna support him.
Facts.
You know
Well,
what I'm
my
saying?
album is
You know what I'm
coming
saying?
out Friday, so that's why I
That's
just
what I'm
And his
saying.
I
album
couldn't
cover is
double
very
promote.
cute.
Yes.
I couldn't
Yeah,
double
yeah,
promote.
yeah.
So
And you know what though, Reg? Just to finally let's go back to SaVon's point that he's been making for a while. Since we've been talking about Certified Lover Boy, there is a connection to artwork
Yes.
and
I've been
and
saying-
We're
a
talking about
body
it
of
right
work.
now.
I've
We're
been
talking
saying
about
it
it
for
There
right
was
long
now.
definitely a connection.
time.
He
Very
wasn't
true.
lying when he first said it. You know, just it's not a good or a bad one. There just can be an impact on it. And it's difficult when you're an artist because you want to be very particular, but it's tough. You do what you want. I think I like the cover now. I'm gonna throw in some baby oil.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna throw in some
right.
baby oil.
And
Yeah,
I
I'm
like to
signed
say
up.
again,
I'm signed up. Yeah.
you know, I didn't want to double promote, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why.
of course.
Boys
Stream,
don't-
boys
no, no, hold on,
don't
hold on.
cry
Yo,
tomorrow.
We don't have
Oh,
to
no.
talk about
yeah,
it
yeah,
right
it's
now.
coming
You got
out.
sounds? You got
I'm just
sounds?
saying we didn't have to talk about it. I'm just saying why I
Hey, yo.
posted that.
Hey, yo,
That's not
stop
what I was
talking.
trying to do.
Stop
Wasn't trying to
talking.
do
Stream
that.
it tomorrow because you're gonna watch us on Thursday.
Just
type
that's
shit.
not what I was trying to say.
Hey,
But
yo, boys don't cry. What's Friday date?
March 18th.
Quick. Hey, yo, boys don't cry. March 18th. You already know what's
3/18.
going on, man. I bumped the whole motherfucking album. One of the best shits I heard this shit, and that's word. If you don't bump it, I'm looking for you.
We could tell. We could track you.
March 18th, y'all don't even understand what's going on. Boys gonna be crying and mad
The
music.
boys gonna be crying.
In the video, maybe. You never know.
That's a fact.
No, they
That's
are
a
because
fact.
we have a little sneak preview on his Instagram
Yeah, I can't wait to go turn that up.
of
I
the
can't wait. I
emotional
can't
I'm
wait.
video.
very excited.
Yeah.
My favorite song is "Let It Go."
Yes.
That shit is doing OD well.
Ooh, child.
We
Of course it is.
We've been trying to tell you before
Yeah,
we
and
released
ours-
it.
You've been
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good
yeah.
to me.
Bro, I
Yeah.
told you, my ear is for hits.
Yeah, it's for hits.
I told you,
You
bro.
know what? We
You
gotta
don't
give him
believe
that.
me,
We
bro.
gotta give him that.
Because of
yeah.
I'm a hit, like, bro. I don't know why. For
He's
the
an A&R.
longest,
It's
bro.
doing really well on Apple.
I don't
It's
know
killing on
shit
Apple.
about music,
Yeah.
bro. I
going
know
well.
what
Yeah.
the fuck is gonna. I'm telling you, bro. I've always been that way.
the
Can I
verses
tell
on
you a
that?
real quick story?
Yeah.
On what?
Yeah.
Damn,
Girl, if you cheated on me.
yeah, I gotta call my mother for this.
Please
This is the
just
only way
say-
y'all gonna believe. I'm so serious. It's the only way y'all gonna believe me.
what
So
is about to
I
happen?
told y'all
Oh,
my
I'm
step
scared.
pops, right? He's into music. He has a music background. He's been producing for a while. This nigga spoke splits with Busta Rhymes and Biggie. Like this nigga been in the music industry. He
Outside.
has sessions with J Lo,
Right.
Genuine. One of his mans co-wrote Differences for Genuine. Like my step pops, he's been
That's
in the
crazy.
music.
What
What does he do?
That is
what
He's a
his-
crazy.
producer.
Yeah.
He's a producer.
He
So
said this before, Dev.
yeah, he
You ain't
he
showing
wanna
no
send you some
nepotism
shit.
for
Oh, he want to send you
Devon
some
Terrell?
shit. He just told me actually. No,
Ooh,
he
he still
he's
got
been
shit to
around.
talk?
Yeah, he's active. So
he
I'm gonna give him a
still
call
produces.
because I need to verify this story when it comes to like my ear, bro. I'm telling you. So when I was younger,
Fucking Hove.
he came home with a tape, with a CD.
Yes.
Yo, what's going on? You are on the Need to Know podcast. You always say I never call you. You talk about me calling my biological father. You
Yeah,
talk about me
and
calling my mother, who
Yep.
was your wife, and now I'm calling you on the spot. Welcome to the Need to Know. What's
And
going on?
he was gassing you up before he called you.
OG, what's up,
He's
man?
like,
OG, I'm glad you was
Chilling.
getting on his ass. We had to call you up today.
So I was explaining to everybody,
Okay.
like, you know, Devon Terrell, your guy. He said everybody can hear you, by the way. So I was telling him
Don't incriminate yourself.
that when I was younger, or I was gonna tell a story about how I've always had an ear for just like good music, and I credited you with that. And I wanted to tell a story about that time you came home with a CD. And I want you to explain to everybody, because they won't believe me. I didn't tell the story yet because they won't believe me if I tell it.
told me
But
that.
can you explain how this happened?
So we were, working on music, and somebody we had to connect. I'm not gonna say any names and nothing like that, but we got a CD of this new artist that was coming out named Neo.
oh my God. Sorry.
Spelled NE-YO.
Might have heard of him. Might have heard of him.
So I gave it. I said, listen to this new artist. You might like him. And that was it.
That was it.
Yo.
Before
is
the
your
album
origin
dropped,
story.
This is
before
his
the album
origin
Wait, you
story.
dropped,
never told
before
us this.
I know, because
I
I
knew it.
can't. There's no way for me to tell it without him telling. Like, he's a part of the story.
This is a cool
He
story. Why have
came-
you not told us this before?
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Wow, you got that
To this
CD.
day, that's
Yeah.
still his
His
favorite.
first single.
And you was like,
Before his first single came out, before anything came out,
You
he
heard.
came home because I used to be a fan. I don't know if he probably remembers. He bought it to me, but I used to be a fan of that time period. So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is around the time
we know
One
SaVon.
Wish, Ray J, he had dropped, right?
yeah.
So they bought me the Ray J CD. So he's like, yo, you like this type of music? Yo,
Here's
check
another
this out.
vibe.
And he
Right.
gave me a CD. It was written in Sharpie.
right?
Yeah.
That's
It
some
was
know.
written
studio
in,
shit.
on a burn
Sharpie.
CD,
Yeah.
written in Sharpie.
That's some
Neo,
studio
before
shit.
anything came out, before his first single,
Wow.
before this shit with everything, bro.
Wow.
And you
Facts.
heard some songs.
So that
from
just
Neo.
goes to me saying, I know hits, Devon Terrell.
Okay.
Oh, you
That was a-
absolutely do.
Yeah.
As soon as you heard that, you was like, "Oh my God," you was going crazy.
Wow.
We've got
He said this must be I, yeah.
Yeah, nah. And they went off for the next 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah, because that's true. Because when SaVon likes something,
Yeah.
like you know it's good.
You know it's good.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an acquired
We've
taste thing. It's
established
more
that.
like a general, like most people
Yeah.
will like
Yeah.
it if you like it.
That's
Yeah.
true. Wow.
But I appreciate you picking up, bro. I will tap in with you later. All right, later.
If I call my dad right now and say, "Yo, Dad, what was
Yo, we can go call.
what am I what am I
What's
good at, Dad?"
up?
He'd be like,
Yo.
"Stop acting like a bitch, nigga."
Yo,
Nah,
don't
what
do
you wanna
that,
do?
Yo,
bro.
I heard
Don't
it in
do-
his voice when you were like, "Yo, you're on the Need to Pop." He was like, "Okay."
That nigga been waiting for that call all his life.
And this was a really cool story
Call
to
my
call
dad?
about.
Yo.
That'd be fucking
Not
crazy.
Dev. What you
It's
trying to
too
do?
triggering.
We can go call for call.
I'm way too
Do
school.
What you trying to do?
Wait,
And he would
wait.
be so regular. Y'all be like, "What is the problem?"
I got that nigga number.
I'm like,
though.
"The nigga is
I'm about
good."
to yellow book it. Now we
Nigga
can go
is
call for
good.
call. What you want to do?
I'm not calling my fucking dad.
You got the number?
Yes, I got.
All
his
right, but give me
number.
2 seconds. I'm gonna go yellow book it. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on.
He's saying he doesn't have his pop's number. So he got to look
Oh, that
it
was
up.
extra sad.
Look what y'all do, bro.
My
I'm
bad.
never calling
Give me
a
like
parent
5
again.
minutes. Hold on.
I'm
Nah,
never
you
calling
a
a
fucking
parent
bully.
again.
He said, well, "I'm a bully, like, bald face." Nah, you the bully, fucking
I'm
father.
not
The shots.
Shamer.
The shots.
I'm not.
He father
I'm not a-
shames a lot.
Yo, why
on
they
this
got so many
podcast.
fathers,
I
right?
don't know. He just throws them
got
at us.
mad
He be like,
fathers.
"One
Yo,
for
and they're
you,
both-
Alex.
And they're
One
both
for
like
you,
mad
Dad."
cool. Like
Yeah,
both of them
niggas
are
both
cool.
mad cool.
OD, it's like, what the fuck kind of role models you grew up with, nigga? You
Man.
had good men
Nah,
around.
word. Nah, chill.
Fuck
Don't
y'all
trigger
niggas.
us.
Y'all going
I'm
trips and shit together?
I'm out of here, bro.
Don't trigger us, Dev.
Make sure y'all go
Dev be
run this
trying to
up.
trigger us every
You
week.
not plugged in.
We
We on to you.
I was trying to kill
We
it.
on to you. I was like, yeah, that shit bumping.
Yeah.
No, play, let it go.
Fuck no.
Me cry.
I ain't ready for that. It might get weird.
Yo.
Man.
Make sure y'all go stream that, please.
Hey,
It's been a pleasure doing this podcast with y'all.
Hey, Boys Don't Cry this Friday, March 18th. I ain't gonna tell y'all again, man. Y'all know what to do. Let's go.
Thank
Yeah,
y'all
no,
so much. I
no,
want to say something to y'all too. First I want to say thank you so much. And is it okay if I say something right quick?
Go
I
crazy,
want to say
bro.
thank you to Jay, who works at the studio. I want to say thank you to Rob. I want to say thank you to Courtney, who made my life so easy during the Boys Don't Cry video shoot. I really appreciate the fuck out of y'all. Like, I really do from the bottom of my heart. There's nothing y'all
That's
can
gang
ask me
right
for.
there.
Like, y'all really helped me out. And I told you I really wanted to make sure y'all knew that. And also, it scares me a lot to express my art on this podcast because it's kind of a taboo thing in the artist world. I'll let you know that.
Yeah.
For an artist
It's different.
that's active to be on a podcast.
Sure.
But I want to say fuck that.
Of course, fuck that. What?
Crazy.
Kiss my ass.
That's right.
And
Yeah, wait, why not? Like, why?
it's
is
a
that-
thing.
It's a thing.
mean,
But you know what?
oh,
There are
well.
some good things. Smoke Dizza. He's
Sure.
active.
Sure.
He's been pod.
But you know what I say?
Sure.
You know what I say to that?
Sure.
Is I realized the way I've always lived my life is with the things that I say, who wrote that rule is usually the fucking thing I should always just walk right over.
crazy,
So
Dev. Yes.
I'm just gonna step
Yes.
into that place of who gives a fuck if I have a podcast and I'm still an active artist. I don't care, man. This is beautiful. I have people that genuinely support me,
Yes.
and you, the listeners, you seem to not say stop playing him and get him the fuck out of here. If you did say that, I'd stop. But thank y'all, and I want to say thank y'all for allowing me that space and help me break, a chain
Absolutely.
in my mind.
It's not your fault that
for
you're an
that.
anomaly. I had to learn that a long time ago.
It's not that fault. It's not your fault that you're such a great
I was
potter.
a ball.
I had to learn that a long time ago.
Holy shit.
I had to learn that a long time ago.
I've seen a comment that was like the opposite. It was like, "Oh my god, I'm so glad Dev does a podcast because like I like hearing him talk like this." Like I've seen that on like TikTok.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
I feel like that. I feel like it adds something in a sense of like you get to know me, and when you hear my records, you
get to
know,
know me.
oh, that he's bro. I'm double down, and like I'm not bullshit. Like it's all real.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to see it that way, and I appreciate y'all, man. Real talk, I appreciate.
No,
y'all.
if you had an artist that you fucked with, like, wouldn't you want them
Wouldn't
to be
you?
on a good ass
Yeah,
podcast? Like,
but
I would like
understand
that.
what he's
I
saying.
see
You know.
the nuance in it.
I
You
understand
know.
Oh
what
yeah,
you're
but it's
saying.
changing now. Like, just fucking
You
let
know.
them have the podcast.
But
I
I'm
understand.
stepping into that, man. Like I
As you
think I
should.
just want to step into it, man, because you know it's always the things that we say. Oh, you're not supposed to do that. That you just we gotta stop
I told
doing
you that's
that.
why I don't like rules, right?
It's because it didn't work
'Cause
out for them. Now they're salty.
exactly.
That's what I'm
And now
saying
you're
too, and
projecting
I'm like,
onto me.
fuck it, I'm gonna make this shit work, and
Yes.
I'm just want to make this work, man, because I enjoy this. I'm not giving this up. You know
I
what I'm saying?
mean-
I can do both at the same. I'm not giving this up, man. I love this
Dev.
right here, bro, and I
it too,
love
bro.
making music. So it's like I get that. Fuck that. I'm doing what I love, man.
That
in
is
both
why I
sides.
post
Live it.
mad thirst traps. Because they say journalists shouldn't be like all active like that on Instagram like that. But I'm like, who? and I'm like,
love this for
no. And I was like, who
Fuck
wrote that?
these niggas.
And I was like, who wrote that rule that journalists have to be all like proper and shit? I'm like, oh,
Yes.
probably a bitch
You
that didn't
damn
have it.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Yes.
damn right.
I'm
they
not
look,
gonna lie.
They
You
look at
are
Reggie and
the
be like,
fly-
let me see what she talking right like.
Nah, she might be. No, you really are the flyest journalist.
'Cause
That's
it's like,
right.
On the
if
socials
you go
that I've
on my
ever
Instagram
seen. Yes.
and you judge me, you could judge me like, oh, she doesn't act like a journalist, but I don't care. What the fuck? Like,
You're not stoosh.
does that make my
love that.
articles
That's
trash?
dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
does
so
that?
dope.
I get it.
That's so dope.
I
to
don't know.
me.
Yeah, that always seemed weird to me. So I was like, fuck this rule.
Yeah.
See, and you're gonna wind up owning something, and I can see, and I don't think I'm like being like crazy and overzealous, but you can really fucking break a barrier
Yes.
in a sense of creating what the new journalist
Yes.
looks like.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Yes.
yes,
Bro. Yes.
yes.
I think
Yes.
all of it goes into like
Yes.
that whole Kanye thing when
Yes.
everybody was like, just make beats, give me beats,
Yes.
give me the beat,
Yes.
give me the beat, give me the beat, give me the beat.
Yo, that's
And
what
it's
they
like,
say.
oh my nigga, I
It
can
would
rap.
be. It would be.
I can rap.
SaVon rap.
That's all they were saying.
SaVon
Bro.
rap.
He was
I'm
going
telling
to
y'all,
give me the beat, give me the beat, give me the beat, give me the beat, give me the beat. I'm like, oh, I can really spit on these niggas. And then he came out and started going crazy, bro. Like you niggas don't just want to hear you sing. I want to hear you talk. I want to hear your
Stop
voice.
boxing people in. Just
Give me the beat,
stop
give me the beat,
it.
give me the beat, give me the beat.
Yo, when
we gonna get
SaVon goes
What
home,
is going on?
when SaVon goes home,
What you mean?
I'm telling y'all, he takes his shirt off, he puts the mood and everything with his
Yeah,
life,
it's a
and
vibe.
he bangs his head. Just going, bro. I'm telling y'all. I know you do this,
We
bro.
saw the way he hit
We
those
doing
Fall
hard
Out
as
Boy
hell,
notes
too.
last episode.
Oh yeah, facts. Like I'm telling you, he puts on Full Out Boys and just he's around his apartment. Turn
around and
Yo, it's been real need to know podcast. It's what you need to know. It's what you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. We have an entire another episode that we are about to record right now.
Oh,
It is
that's
over
true.
on our Patreon. We're going to talk about Skeet Davidson. We're going to talk about Kanye West, Kim Kardashian. There's a few other topics that I also wanted to touch that we didn't get a chance to touch here. Mary J. Blige and not having
that
kids.
was
That was a really good conversation.
Patreon?
That's why you gotta
Oh
sign
yeah,
up for
because it could go with the Kanye.
It goes with everything, baby. So make sure you guys subscribe over to our
y'all
Patreon
gotta pull up.
page.
Y'all gotta pull up.
That is the Need to Know podcast on Patreon. Again, it is what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. God willing, we will be back again next week. And remember, the next time you go into the studio, give me the beat, give me the beat, give me the beat, give me the beat. Peace out, y'all.
Gang.